pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 here, fired up. Pump is in, guys. The pump is in. And tonight is Discourse Syndicate's 100th episode. 100, guys, 100. And that's the just the Monday and Wednesday night streams that we do. Me and DC and gosh, we're going to go through the history and all that stuff. By the way, everybody's asking about DC. DC is just busy AF right now. I mean, dude is killing it out there with his classes and whatnot. And so we miss him, but we will see him soon. I just talked to him the other day on the phone, and all is well. DC says hey to everybody, and we'll get him on here real soon. Of course, we'll go over the history, but tonight is me and my streaming partner. And so before I start making fun of his goofy ass, I'm going to let you guys know who he is, what he means to me, and what he means to the Hex community. First of all, he is the original OG streamer. Guy has been streaming every day since Hex launched. Never missed a single freaking episode. Motherfucker had COVID. Motherfucker had a baby. Motherfucker did 24-hour streams. I mean, he's just nonstop, a gem of the community. Nobody does it better than him. He's brought us the Hex news. He brought all of us into Hex, to be honest. So he is absolutely responsible for me streaming, for me helping to build the community, for me being as deeply a part of Hex as I am. He's a Marine brother on top of everything else. There's nothing that can break that bond. There's just something special about that you just can't take away from Marines. When we're brothers, we're brothers. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, your man, the man who brought you Discourse Syndicate. We'll talk about that too. The Hexologist. Look at that. Fuck you.
When I go up to the bar and I order a drink. What is up, guys? How's everybody? What's up, RG3? My thing's all blurry. Hold on.
What's
there
up?
You go.
There, did you fix it?
Look
at that. You got like the total like streaming dude background and everything going on.
Yeah.
What is up on the wall there?
Yeah. Something.
What is that?
What, this thing?
Yeah.
Like a little pixel art thing. It's pretty cool. You can like put your own pictures in there.
Oh, look at that.
Whatever you want. Yeah, I got a cord stinking up to it.
I was gonna say you got the cord.
Yeah, that's kind of. See, I got the Hex with Richard, but it's all washed out because it's too bright. It's too bright.
You just need to get a different camera, I think, maybe.
Well, yeah, I'm working on that.
Maybe up it just one more notch.
Yeah.
And see, I got the camera and I just don't have any background. It's not like there's like my bookcase.
You got all that booty behind you, bro.
Yeah, there's serious booty behind me.
Not that.
Dude, I just started going back to the gym, My gym finally opened. Yeah, freaking stoked. So I started going back to the gym,
like a year ago for me, man.
Really? Good for you. Well, no, ours just opened back up.
I know, that's pretty crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
So we're back open again.
You have to wear a mask the whole time you're in there?
Yeah, you got to wear masks, and they got like, those hand cleaning stations and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's right.
And but everything's open. The showers are open. The tanning salon's open. The whole thing is open, so you can do everything, which is cool. But
like salons. I wonder why you know that, Mister. I'm like looking like SpongeBob over here with your freaking crazy tan. Look at you. Well, like you saw the sun for the last you live in Southern California, so I don't know if it's a real tan or if it's like a real nice tan.
No, wait till summertime, dude. I'm half Indian, so I get really dark. I get like black dark, like really dark.
That's why you can't drink.
Yeah. The fire water is not good.
Now it's all coming together for me.
RG3's allergic and breaks out in handcuffs, and it doesn't turn out well.
That to that one girl, that one chick. What's her name?
Crypto. Not finally. I'm sorry, Wendy.
Oh, yeah,
Wendy.
Wendy killed me. I was laughing so hard when I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is such an RG3 thing to say here."
She's She's LA, bro. She's straight up LA.
Yeah, you guys had a lot in common. You guys were like,
she knows
the same spots, dated the same people or something.
Yeah, there's some dark holes in LA, and if you frequent those holes, you're just, what. No matter what she is to crypto or whatever, I like her. I've always liked her. She's cool, and but she's straight up LA. She is in LA. She's like a single mom living with her boyfriend in LA, and I mean that's a rough freaking life. You got to be a badass to live down there like that. So anyway, she's cool. I like Crypto Wendy. So 100 episodes, bro. Remember, so first came to you and, did a little Telegram chat, like said, hey, Win Moon, or, hey, and then you're like, are you a scammer abroad? And I was like, yeah, I'll send you pics.
Did I really?
You're like, send pics. And I was like, okay.
No, I didn't.
You were asking me to send pics.
No, I didn't. This is all fake news that is happening right now.
So I sent you some pictures of some Malaysian girl, and you were like,
oh my God,
send more.
This did not happen.
No, we started talking, and I don't know how it came up that you were a Marine, and we were just kind of talking, and that's kind of what broke the ice. And we were talking about the Marine Corps and being grunts, and how cool that was, because that's like that's a very small elite band of people. When you meet somebody that's in a community that you dig, and they're an 03. I mean, whether or not you were just a 31, that didn't matter. But
03, is that it?
At least you were an 03.
Yeah, at least I was an 03. Machine gunners, on the other hand, are a little bit a different crowd. They're the crayon eaters of the crayon eaters. They're like
crayon eaters of the crayon eaters.
Like the top-notch crayon eaters. They're like they're eating the Great Value brand of the crayons, like the ones that you get at the restaurant, the ones that are just wax, those are the ones we go for.
So just to let everybody know, the 03 field is the grunt field in the Marine Corps, guys. And there's 0311 is literally like they eat the whole box, basic infantry. Yeah. You eat the box of crayons, like right out the bat. The 31s, those are the machine gunners. We make them carry all the shit. Yep. So they got to carry all the heavy shit. Yeah. And then there's the 51s, which are
41s.
41s. 41s and 51s are the tow guys, right?
No, 51s are the assaultmen, and then 52s are the tow gunners.
Tow gunners, man.
It's a stupid anyway. I think it might have been the same at
11. It was 11s, 31s, 41s, 51s, and 52s. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's been so.
And
long.
then there's the 0321s, which was the
Stapleton, right?
Is that state? Yeah, it might have been Stay.
That's Stapleton.
The snipers.
I was Stay for a little while, but I wasn't sniper. Everybody's a sniper. Everybody's
right. My dad was a sniper.
Okay.
Everybody was. Everybody's.
No, I did.
Everybody's in the is sniper or they're dad or they're in the SEALs. It's like, well, I can't tell you where I was because it's confidential. I'm like, sure, Brad. Sure. There's nobody that is confidential. I don't care who you are. There's nobody I know that's like, I can't tell you, it's confidential. So if you ever hear anybody say that, probably
they're full of shit.
Yeah, I can't tell you where I was. It's confidential. It's like, yeah, okay, bud.
Yeah, or they had a top secret clearance.
Secret
clearance.
Yeah. Now, those are like super easy to get too.
So just to tell you, it's not a top secret clearance that most people have. It's a secret clearance. And I had a secret clearance and it meant nothing. All I did was
literally nothing.
I was in barracks duty. So what that means is that they go to your neighbors and ask them how much weed you smoked and whose house you robbed in your neighborhood. That's what they do. And once you pass what's called the PRP, the Personnel Reliability Program, then you get a secret clearance, which means that you get to be watched while you're in secret areas. They give you a gun.
Literally means nothing. It literally means nothing.
It means nothing.
Everybody pretty much gets one. A secret clearance. It's like, yeah, here you go. I remember they were just passing them out. They're like, this guy, go ahead, yeah. Dude, I'm not even lying. Okay, so this is a funny story actually in the Marines. They were giving out the secret clearance. You know how you have like a group gathering. Well, they were giving out the secret clearances. And when I was in 16 or 17, I had somebody call to sell me a credit card back in the day. And I gave them a fake name. I can't remember what the fake name was, but I'm not even lying. But it had my same last name. So I had the fake name, first name, and the last name was the same. In the military, they called the fake name with my last name, and they were like, here's your secret clearance. I'm like, that's not even my name. How did you guys even get this? Where did you get this
they
from?
They do good research though.
Well, I'm guessing not. There was a fake name that I gave when I was like 15 years old. So 15 or 16, or credit card. That was the only time I ever heard it. And then it followed me all the way through the Marine Corps. It was so weird. Like I don't know if I have a fake name or something rolling out there or something. Some fake identity.
Well, yeah, they went to all my neighbors and did the whole PRP thing. And
really,
I was, when I was in for a couple of years there, geez, man, this is going to age me so freaking bad. But Ronald Reagan was doing the you're like, oh shit,
damn. Ronald, when I was born, I think. Ronald Reagan.
Well, yeah, that's what I told you. We had to go get that DNA test, bro. But anyway, so he was decommissioning all of the special weapons and stuff, and I was involved in some of that rigmarole, and that's why they clearanced everybody, and there was a big program to take care of all that business. That him and Gorbachev Gorbachev, they had some agreement, so there was a big program to take care of relations there, and I got to be part of that. And then they shipped me out of there and said, "Get this fucking guy out of here." And sent me to the fleet, and I was with 2-8, 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines. Really? Yeah,
2-4 for me.
Second bat.
Wait, where were you at?
I was at Geiger. I was at Camp Geiger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in Mateo, right down
which there. Geiger's just like the redheaded stepchild of Camp Lejeune. So.
Oh yeah, you were on the. I was gonna say Geiger, isn't it? Like
it's the ITS. It's the ITS of Camp Lejeune. So that's where they have their infantry training school for the East Coast guys, is at Camp Geiger. And then of course there's just like ITS is in is it Mateo? No, Mateo.
No, it's in Camp Pendleton.
It's at Pendleton, but it's that first freaking whatever right when you go through Main Gate.
Yeah.
So right after Main Gate, and then anyway, so that's what Geiger is over there, is that whole thing. But what was funny is during that time, bro, I think I told this story once before, is that when I was there, we're humping every day, dude. There's
people are not gonna know what that means.
Oh, that's right. Huh? They're like, damn, you every day.
You might want to clear that one up.
So for those of you who don't know what humping is,
I always say hiking because we do a lot of hiking.
I never call it hiking,
but in the Marines it's called humping. Yeah, humping the rock.
Not ever anything like a hike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was getting like hump.
Yeah, you were being rump humped is what was happening.
For real.
So we called it humping. So basically what happens is you put your pack on, you put all of your weapon, everything on, and you go out into the bush. And so you're out in the bush humping, and
I'm glad we're on Discourse Syndicate. This is not the family-friendly accent.
So when we get out there, it's just it's the most unglamorous thing that there is doing that. You're walking for miles and miles and miles and miles for no reason, and it's just it's brutal,
fast too, and fast
with
a lot of weight.
A lot of weight
Like
and fast. Like my arches fell. I lost
Yeah.
both of my arches.
Did you?
Over those years? Yeah, I got flat feet from it.
Dang.
And then it's brutal and everybody hates it. And it's the worst part of being an 03.
Yeah.
And but that's the thing that you just feel miserable all the time. Like, oh God, we got to go on another one this weekend, or we're going on another one. We're going back out.
Could be all the drinking as well, because that's all you do. Either drinking or you're going on hikes.
Going on a hike.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And running. That's
you're
it.
So
drinking
bitter all the time. So you're fighting.
Yeah.
So there's always fighting going on. It's just part of being a Marine. You're throwing down all the time and going out to the bars and fighting out there or whatever. And then when I was at Camp Geiger, they opened up this whole like new platoon, right? And every day these guys were out there. You'd see out there with the little toolboxes and shit. We had this big wide open grass area, and then all of a sudden we started hearing, we're like, what the hell is that? And these freaking guys are flying model airplanes, bro. And I'm like, the fuck MOS is that? Oh, no, these are Marines.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the fuck is this all about? Now this is back in 87, 88 and 86, 87. And I'm like, what is this? And I never understood what it was. I'm like, this is just bullshit, man. There's guys, I'm freaking dying every day over here. These guys are flying freaking airplanes and shit.
I know.
And then come to find out that was the drone program that they were starting over there. And that's
we had drones when I was in too. I mean, you obviously, if you had them, like we
didn't have drones. We just had guys flying fake airplanes, and nobody knew what it was.
No, that's what it was. It was, dude. They had to like get them on a rubber band and like shoot them off with like a rubber band. It was pretty crazy. One guy shot himself, like shot the airplane right into his groin area. Or it snapped back or something like that. We had to go to the hospital. I felt bad for the guy.
Bro, so check this out. We were all out in the bush doing our thing, and it was a rush with all the, what do they call that shit? The not mop gear, the BFAs and all that shit, the fake freaking guns, with all the sensors on you and shit shooting each other.
Yeah. And you guys, we had paintballs. We got paintballs.
Oh, see, we didn't have paintballs. We had what was called BFAs, and like it was like
we had BFAs, but it was
like laser
tag. Do the sensors,
and
that was like the old thing, I think. Like
I wish we had paintballs. That would have been fun as shit.
Because all they had to do is take the receiver off, and then you put a new receiver on, and you could shoot paintballs out of it.
They had a paintball receiver that went on your M4, right? Is that what it was?
Oh, I had the 240, but it was I had the M16 A4s and the A2s. The A2s were like getting kind of taken out when I was getting in, and then they started switching over onto the A4s, the M16 A4s, but then like a few of the platoon commanders got the M4s, but now, and then the Air Force all had M4s. It's like, guys, what are you doing with these? We need these.
Bro, here's how bad this is. Here's how bad it is. I was the first platoon in boot camp to get the A2. The A2. So I got the A. When I went to my duty station, I had an A1 with the triangular. It was literally Vietnam era M16s.
It was fully auto, right?
Full auto. So 3-round burst was on the A2.
Yeah, A2.
We switched it from that, and then A1 had full auto, and that was just useless, dude. It was like,
oh yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, I never got to shoot. That's the thing is people are like, oh, how's the 3-round burst feel? It's like, it's pretty lame, man. They tell you can't even shoot it in there. Like you never even turn your 3-round burst on. Like it's so stupid. Like you got to take like real good shots. They don't teach you to just be like,
but when shit hits the fan, it is.
But you're gonna want to use when it does hit the fan, you're gonna want to take like real, calculated shots in case you just run out of ammo, and then you're like, oh crap. Yeah, now we're really screwed. I don't got any ammo because I was like, I'm done.
We actually, because we were the first, it was we 3-round bursted all the time because
Really?
because it was like
it was
they would
probably
tell
cool.
you no
Yeah.
auto, don't use auto, but it was like 3-round burst. Nah, that's nothing compared to auto. And so it was like 3-round burst. That was what we did all the time.
Yeah, it was. We could never. You never switched it to 3-round burst. If they saw you, you know how the Marine Corps is.
Yeah,
it's the stupidest little things. You have your hands in your pockets. Oh my god! Just have your hands in your pockets.
Oh shit!
You got your hands in your pockets. Hey,
get over here,
bro. Yes, Sergeant.
Oh, that's funny that you guys. So they stopped the language was different too when you went in from when I went in, because when we got there, the first thing out of your mouth was sir, and then they called it the double sir. I guess they stopped doing the double sir, so it was like so just to let everybody, so in case you want to take a piss, you had to ask to take a piss. So like for the first 3 days in boot camp, you don't take a piss.
Awful. Yeah, because
you're up for 2 days and then you're afraid to say a fucking thing because it's just like your life.
And they'll tell you no.
And they'll tell you no. And if you don't ask properly, go away. No. And so you had to go up and ask, sir, private such and such, request permission to speak to drill instructor, staff sergeant, such and such, sir. That's exactly how you had to ask. So now you got to try.
It wouldn't be private. It was this recruit.
Yeah.
Because you weren't a private yet.
Yeah, you weren't a private yet.
You were the scum of the earth.
No, you know what? we were able to call ourselves private. We were able to call ourselves private.
Oh,
now that was double sir. That was double sir. And you know what? No, private. No, it was recruit. You're right. It was recruit. I can't remember now, but I think it was. But anyway, you had to ask that way first. Yeah. You had to request permission to speak to that specific person. And then if they said speak, then you went, sir, recruit such and such, request permission to make a head call, sir, go. And then you'd run in there barely pissing yourself, already by the time you get there.
I've seen grown men piss themselves.
Oh yeah,
all the time in the Marine. Like you wouldn't think it, but it's like they'll tell you no, and somebody will just start taking a piss right next to you in their pants. you just like look over and you just see a puddle next to you. You're like,
what the fuck? Bro, like, I'm next. Cool, I can piss too now. Dude, we had this one guy, and he was just bad, man. He was just one of the guys that wasn't going to make it. He was just the whole time he made it, but he was that guy that just they shouldn't have made it. They shouldn't have made it, but I don't know how the hell he did, but he did. And I still remember his name. I won't say his name because I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. But anyway, this guy, he had like no jaw, and he was just like real skinny and just like so pale white that he looked like he was going to die. He was green. He was so pale white, and they just fucked with him. They just wanted him out of there. Right. And, during that first 3 days while we were there, we're all doing our thing, getting putting our racks together or something. And all of a sudden, fucking one of the drill instructors is like, what in the fuck is this? Right? Freeze. So everyone's freeze, private freeze. We did say private now that I remember. So we're all standing there at attention, right? And this drill instructor, if you can imagine this, with the Smokey Bear on, bent over with his hands on his hips, looking down at the ground, right? Like examining what the fuck is on the ground. Well, first thing he says is that a goddamn turd on my deck? And he's staring at it, right? And he's walking around it with his hands on his hips, bent over, looking at it, going, that's a fucking turd on my deck. Staff sergeant, get out here.
Like a peacock chicken.
So they start calling the rest of the drill instructors out there. So they're all standing around this thing like fucking roosters, right? Looking at this turd with their faces going, that's a goddamn turd on your deck. And they call more drill instructors. So there's like 4 or 5 drill instructors standing around.
They get them from the other platoons. They'll get them from the other platoons on the other side.
They did. They brought them all over. So there's like 5 or 6 drill instructors standing around this turd. Fucking just in disbelief. Who in the fuck did this? And the one, of course, the sergeant who was on deck, who that was his duty at the time, is just like embarrassed now. He's like, This is just who the fuck shit on my deck, right? So he's fucking and here comes fucking Private Okie Doke, right? Comes running out of the head.
No.
He's got shit all up and down his white skin. You know those white boxers they give you when you first get in?
I think it was white boxers. They gave us whitey tighties, bro. And you had to tuck your green shirt into them at night. You're like walking around. You had to tuck your shirt into them. It was so
we had the green shirts, but we had white boxers.
Oh,
they got their names stamped on them and shit.
Yep.
And he comes out with shit up in his He's standing. Get it, fucking get everybody lined
They didn't
up.
They didn't just drop him at that point, man. Because
no. That's not the end of it.
Oh man.
So they bring him over there over the top of his turd, right? And they got him doing push-ups over the top of his turd. And then he's bending and thrusting, trying to miss his turd,
slipping in it.
Dude, and then everybody else is trying not to laugh, right? So you're trying not, you're fucking mortified, right? So if you laugh,
because you don't want to be a part of it, or you're going with them.
Of course, a couple of guys did, right?
Oh,
so
no.
Where did they end up? They ended up over there with him, fucking Private Okie Doke, fucking bending and thrusting around his turd, right? Oh my god, dude, it was just fucking. I mean, at the time, it's not funny at all, right? It is not funny at all.
It's not. Like people think that they would be laughing at this stuff. It's like when it's happening, it's like no, you're like. No, this idiot, because you're gonna get screwed later, because then you pissed off the drill instructors, and then it's like now we're all gonna get screwed because you just took a crap on the guy's floor, man. Now we're all now it shows a lack of like because the drill instructors look down on him that he didn't like take a control of the situation, and so he's gonna be pissed every time he sees you. Oh man, it's just then you're screwed, and you know it too. Just like oh man, he just screwed us all.
And I'll tell you what, those Marine drill instructors are the best at fucking dick shots, man. They just know how to screw you over in such a fucking brilliant way. When we first got in, we were walking in there, they got you like you're all unbloused and everything, and everybody just kind of mobbing, the mob shuffle going to the first barracks, and we're walking down and we're passing the chow hall, and they're taking us to the receiving barracks. Yeah. And there's a big garbage can. And there's a drill instructor standing out there, parade rest, watching his platoon. And the whole it was like a squad. So the whole squad is in the dumpster, jumping up and down, going, uniformity, trying to do it. You guys are not doing it in uniformity. And he's like making them, he's counting off cadence, and they're like trying to do it at the same time. They're all stomping the trash down.
For real, the Marine, like the boot camp was the and boot camp wasn't even that bad. It was awful, but like going to the fleet when I got in the fleet was awful, dude. Because then you get a bunch of 19, like at least the guys that are drill instructors, they've had classes on it, and they can't really like beat the crap out of you, and they have to like, but like they had to like follow a strict like what they when I was in, it was like you got up at this time and then you went to bed at this time, and they couldn't really F with you. I mean, they did a little bit, but like when you get into the fleet, 19-year-olds over it, and they don't care. That's whatever. There's hazing, whatever. I don't care. It made us a lot better too. When they took away the hazing, I'm like,
that was
really going downhill now.
So when I first get to my duty station, right, I got a pair of clam digger shorts on, which are like the shorts that go past your knees. Back in the day, those were like real popular. So have my clam digger shorts on, my freaking just a pair of it was either Vans or I had some Vision skatewear shoes on. I had my skateboard, my duffel bag, and a t-shirt, and it's freaking like October or November in Virginia, right? It's like freezing ass cold, and I'm running around in shorts and shit. Just got off the plane from California, and I go walking in there, and I go walking into we had 4-man rooms at the barracks, and we had a living room in the middle, and then there was the 4 rooms with 4-man or 3-man rooms in each. And as soon as I walked in there with me and another guy, they closed the door and they commenced on whooping the fucking shit out of us. Hey, welcome to first platoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Drop your shit.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. And a bunch of 19, 20-year-old guys just kicked the shit out of you. And if you fought back, you just got it worse.
Yeah.
And then welcome to the platoon.
I got my collarbone broken, my ribs broken. Yeah, I've had the ringer there.
So one last story before we get off the Marine thing, but we had this we at barracks duty we rode motor patrols and shit, right? And the colonel got brand spanking new trucks, you know, and the old ones are all beat up and old and got new trucks, and it's like, don't you dare put a fucking scratch on any of my trucks, right? Well, you know, we got out on duty first night. Well, one of these young lance corporals was out on his motor patrol, and he decided to fall asleep at the wheel.
Oh no!
And crashed one of the colonel's trucks right into a tree.
Oh no!
All around the side of it. So comes back in. That was like on a Monday. So Colonel said, "Fucking, that's it. Everybody's walking. You're walking your patrols." So we're out on patrols all night, walking our patrols. Like in the middle of the night, two guys with fucking rifles walking your damn motor patrol, you know? So we're out there, and now all week did that. So what's most important thing to Marines on Friday? Libo for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So no libo. Everybody, we're going on a fucking hump on Saturday morning, right? So you can't go out and get fucked up on Friday night because they made you field day all night long in the barracks.
And then you gotta wake up at like 4.
Not clean enough.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay, I'm gonna get out, go party a little tonight, and then we'll do the hump in the morning. Yeah. Nope. Had us working, cleaning our fucking racks until 9, 10 o'clock at night. So then we gotta go to bed, gotta get up at 4, go on the hump. So everybody's out on the hump. 10 miles. We gotta go 10-mile hump, which isn't too bad, but it's still fucking 10 miles with all that weight is a lot. Sucks on a Saturday morning when you should have been out all night, fucking getting drunk. Should be sleeping a hangover off at that point, right? Yeah. So we're all marching, 3 platoons, mind you, 3 platoons. Everybody in the whole company is humping, right, on both sides of the road. Well, this kid that crashed the truck, he broke his femur doing it, and so he had a cast all the way up to his hip, and this is fucked up, man. So they put the kid in the back of the truck that he crashed, and they put a lounge chair and an umbrella and an ice chest full of beer and a bunch of food. And that's awesome. And they had the colonel sitting in the back of the truck with him, feeding him grapes. And they drove him up and down the line of Marines.
Dang, dude.
And he was crying. He's like, "Oh, look, you're just going to sit right fucking there."
Dude, that's awesome.
Feed him grapes. Well, so that's the end of the story.
He got the shit kicked out of him, too.
So
after that.
So that night, he wasn't in my platoon. We were in first platoon. He was upstairs on the 2nd floor, not the 3rd floor. Luckily, he wasn't on the 3rd floor. He was only on the 2nd floor because listen to the story. So we hear him screaming in the middle of the night, right? We're like, okay, they're handling business. Well, on top of all of that, he got thrown off the fucking balcony. rebroke his femur.
Oh my gosh.
And ended up in the hospital. Nobody knew what happened. He just woke up in the middle of the squad bay on the grass in the middle of the squad bay.
That's the best too, because it's always like that. It's like nobody knows what happened. I don't know.
How'd you do that? He didn't know either. So, how'd this happen to you? I don't know. I was sleepwalking. You were walking in a cast up to your hips. You were in a wheelchair today.
Sir.
Sir, yes. I don't know how it happened, sir. Okay.
It's always the best.
And that was the end of that story. But yeah, that was just a little bit of military justice.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens. It does.
It happens.
Always the best too.
Oh man. So I mean, I can go on and on and on with that shit. So much fun. And then other countries, it even gets funner.
Yeah.
We might have to open up an OnlyFans for that, right?
What?
For explicit content, we can talk about really. Whoa, shit! What happened?
Well, I don't know about OnlyFans.
Well, it's that explicit, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. So yes.
Need that to be paid content.
True. Yeah, that's paid.
Hey, should we start pumping again, bro? We were dipping right after your show.
We're at 133.
Yeah,
so
we're at 136 right now, right?
No, 133.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
not right now.
I'm not refreshed. This damn Android. I got an Android now, and it just doesn't.
Ask me anything go ahead, Johnny. Ask me anything, I guess, if you want.
136. It's 136.
I see 133, but hey.
Okay. I just refreshed.
Are you on Dex.vision or Uniswap.hex.vision?
I am on Dex.vision.
Yeah, I think that it just depends on what you might be on. You're probably on the
I'm on Staker.
Yeah. You're probably on the a different pair or whatever. Yeah, it's 1356 right now.
Hex USD?
Yeah, USDC. I was on the Hex ETH pair.
Oh.
Uniswap.hex.
Oh, okay.
So Hex. Everybody's like
so I
talking about Hex.
But I said all that just to let everybody know the backstory about how me and Hexo got to know each other and why we became, fast friends. On top of him sending me his nudes. That was how it all.
Yeah, that was my OnlyFans. RG3 is my only fan. And then, but what he did was, the way we kind of built on it was I asked him if I should do a stream. I was thinking about doing a stream. He said, "Hell yeah, I'll help you." So he helped me put Discourse Syndicate together. So Hexo is actually, literally my email is Hexo. Hexologist. Yeah, like, what is it? Yeah, is it hexologist?
The hexologist.
Yeah, the hexologist or something.
Yeah. And did you hey, here, I got this YouTube channel, or I got this email that's attached to this YouTube channel here. Just go ahead and use this. Nope. And that's how it got started. So I give people that email and they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you still in Hexo's identity?
He's still in his identity.
No, it's cleared by me. I gave it to him.
And this is what's cool is that literally this channel used to be like your gaming stream channel.
Yeah. I think me and Hex Kong and we did it like 2 or 3 times, but we only got 5 or 6 people watching, and then it was just like, man, I'm not really I just at the first when you were starting, that was when I kind of just, because I've always been kind of a gamer, but recently, when Hex started, it was like, dude, Hex is way more fun of a game. And it's funner to watch about or think of the game theory instead of these games. And games have just been boring to me since. So it's like, everybody says, oh yeah, Richard Hart got me from gaming. He kind of just Hex got me away from gaming. The thing that he invented, not what he said, but I get it. It is kind of a waste of time. Everybody's got something that they waste their time on, though. People watch movies all the time. People watch TV series that they just my wife watches TV series all the time.
Yeah, mine too.
Do you even like this show? And
dumb ones.
She's like, no, I'm in the 6th season. I just need to get it over with. I'm like, you got 4 more seasons. What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I know. I just gotta finish it. I'm like, hey, waste your time. We just gotta, some of us just gotta waste our time somehow.
Well, like my wife does the same thing. She watches the Bachelorette stuff and the damn, the housewife stuff, and she'll just leave me alone. She'll go crawl into the room, and lock the door. Just let me watch my damn show. Go do your little crypto coin thing. Leave me alone.
Your crypto coin thing.
I'm like, it's real. There's real money in here. Yeah. You told me that back 2016. Yeah.
Show me the money. Actually,
what happened to that bag, big boy?
Yeah, exactly. It's like what until they see it, they're not actually gonna believe it because I've never cashed any out. So it's like, yeah, she always. I'm like, look how much we have. She's like, cool, cool. When I get some money, maybe then maybe
See,
it'll
I
be
quit
real.
doing it because like the first time we mooned, I was like, yeah, I'm running around the fucking house. Yeah, here's a stupid little crypto thing, dude. Look at this. I'm shoving in her face. She's like, okay, cool. Now where's my money then?
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, wait, we can't touch this yet.
Yeah, it's got 15 years. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, 15 years. Oh, and you're
yeah.
and you're running around the house all excited about what? So like it was
patronizing you. Oh wow.
So it was like when it went to 20, when it went to 20K and then went to 0, so it can go to 0. So now like whenever anybody like asks, so hey, I heard that crypto's going real good. She goes, oh, don't worry about it. It can go to 0. It can go to 0. She always says that, oh, it can go to 0. Don't praise him. Don't even get him started. It can go to 0. That's her.
I mean, but we're in the best one, so at least it's the only one. It's got some.
You said you were in the best ones before.
You're right. Yeah. There you go.
No. This one's different. That's how the conversations go at my house.
Yeah, exactly.
So how much did you say we had? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see. Yep. Let me know when it's in the bank account.
Yep.
Quit talking to me about it. That whole thing. So it's like, all right.
So 100 episodes. What's been your most historic episode that was your favorite?
You know what? There hasn't been like one episode, but there's been like a lot of different moments. Where like some of the like I mean, some of the funniest shit, like when we had the horse getting jerked off on stream, was like funny and memorable. I mean, probably not one of our best moments, but memorable.
Yeah.
And then what else? Coffee, getting drunk and like blasting the Hexy community.
That was a good one.
Getting death threats the next day.
Yeah, that was a good one actually. That one was one of my favorite because he really looked so drunk too, and he was like, "All right." He's like, all right. He went into the bathroom. You could hear that he was at a party. He like stopped everything just to come in there. He's like, no, this ain't happening.
There's like a party going on behind him and shit. And he's streaming on his phone. I'm like, oh god, here it comes.
Yeah, dude, Coffee. That's what I was like, dude. This guy is awesome. I love Coffee. He's an awesome dude.
He disappeared for like 3 days after that, bro. He was like,
oh yeah.
He went off the grid. And then we've had a lot of drunk moments. People getting drunk and coming on. That's why I kind of switched the format on Mondays and Wednesdays to where it was like just guests, interviews and talking to people, and still colorful and everything and fun. But I didn't want to have it Friday nights for that
every
shit.
Night. Yeah.
Friday night, not every night, but Friday nights is for, you want to get shit faced and hang out with the Hexicans and act stupid on stream or whatever, go ahead. I always love the apology DMs that I get the next day. Oh my God, dude, I watched myself on stream. Like, I don't
watch yourself on stream. That's the best. I never watch any of my.
Dude, I've never watched any of my.
I cringe. Somebody turns them on. I'm like, oh, just stop. I can't. I can't listen to myself. I just am like. No,
I know.
Especially like watching some of my early videos. I'm just like somebody wanted me to do like a review of my early videos, like my first videos that I ever did, and I was like, I don't know if I can take the cringe. Like there's a strong cringe factor on some of you. You're just like, hello, how are you? My name is the Hexologist.
I've had more cringe moments than like memorable moments or best stream moments. I mean, there's like those pregnant pauses, like a lot of the pauses, like, because we stream for hours and hours, and it's just like, whether the fiddle, and then nothing going on, or we go off on tangents about stuff. But the ones I do hate are the clips ones, where they're like featuring me saying something in the clips, Hex clips or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, I watch those. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Did I say that? You know,
I'm glad I'm not on there that much. I'm like, phew.
Oh,
I'm glad I just do like the news. I don't go off on tangents too much. I mean, I try to stick just to the news. Although I've been, trying to give in some input lately. But
well, if I had a vocabulary, maybe I would feel better about it. But I don't have a vocabulary or the vernacular, like whale
vernacular. That was a good one. There's a good word.
I know some of the words. Just
I would have just said words. I don't know how to use my words.
I have the best.
Saying vernacular. What are you?
But like Wales Only or Kareem, these guys, they just know how to talk, and I just can't go on like that. I don't have the or like even like Richard, he just lays it out there. He just puts, he can just really speak. I admire guys that have or people who have the control of the English language and the vernacular. It's admirable. I have the thoughts there half the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they fall out, slip out, and I've done a lot of damage up there in the past.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
You and me both. So yeah, I was wondering what so you don't really have a whole lot of memorable ones. Let's see. Remember the 50 cent one when we did half a penny or
I do remember the half penny stream.
We were all because it never got there. Remember we were like, it's going to half a penny. It was like 4.8. It was like 4.8 thousand. So it was like, here we go. And it was like just about, and since we started streaming, it just went down from there. We were like,
and that was like an impromptu stream too.
Yep.
We were like, hey, we're going to stream because it's going to go to a half a cent. And we jumped up there and the half cent party made a big fucking deal out of it and all the clickbait and all that shit. And it never hit a nickel.
That's hilarious.
And then it mooned after. It mooned right after.
Yeah. Just like a couple of days after. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You guys have a lot of, you guys have some pretty funny stuff on there. I mean, you guys have had some crazy, you guys had GT on here. You guys had
the GT days.
GT came in. Everybody is like,
I remember now when GT came in, you were like all over his jock, dude.
I liked him. I thought he was very smart. I thought I was like, I'm friends with all the Hexo.
I was all jealous, man. I was like, you're like GT better than he likes me.
No, I just thought he had he was really intelligent. Well, I'm just like, oh, he's a really smart guy. And then it turns out oh, he's just like somebody that's coming in to give us a good old backstab right after he comes in and is like, nah, actually, I don't like this. I like the other thing, or I like gold. It's like, what? Wait, what? I gave you some hex, man.
You were so heartbroken. You shut him off completely. You're like, that's it.
I blocked him
everything. And I said, all right, bro. To win back your favor, I did it too. I was
dude, it was.
And then I was in. Bye, GT.
Yeah, we got handed because it was the day I was having my baby that all this stuff was happening, and it was just like, dude, I don't got time for the drama right now. You're just blocked, and if you want to say sorry, I actually like Hex. I didn't, I'm not promoting this other crap coin that's about to release. All right, and he doesn't even shill it anymore, so I don't understand what his deal was. He just talks about how every cryptocurrency is just a scam now. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
I don't know what the trip was on that, and I
maybe it's living out in the woods by yourself for the Unabomber.
And then there was the fact that he was like super duper conspiracy theorist and
the hollow moon.
Titanium, made out of titanium.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Who else has scammed the community like that?
Well, we had a couple times, early days, and we've always ghosted all.
Oh yes,
we'll just let it fly on this stream.
No, we got to do
the wise guys.
Recap. We got to recap. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we're recapping. So the first.
What was his name here though? What was his name? It was on here.
Fucking Pokemon boy, I forget.
Yeah, what was his
we didn't have him here, bro. He was
oh, that's right.
I forget what his name was on stream.
He
had some channel, he called it something. But whatever. It didn't matter because when I was his was the only other stream that I had caught while I was watching yours, and I didn't like him from the beginning. I mean,
Yeah.
he was just that fucking guy, man. That fucking guy that fed.
That fucking.
He was just that fucking guy that you beat up.
Just like that guy. You're just like that guy.
You just.
I know what you mean, man. He was. Yeah.
He was that guy in the neighborhood that he just got beat up. That's just all. I don't know what to tell you. You didn't feel sorry for him. He was just that guy. And
well, he got beat up for a reason too. He probably got beat up because he was like banging somebody's girl behind their back.
No, this guy, not this guy. This guy's
he wanted to. He was trying to.
It's just a snide ass little
bitch. He's doing something weird, crazy or something.
Like, I'm taking my Pokemon cards and going away. You know? I'm going home. I'm taking the the football, taking the football home, kid. I don't know, but anyway.
Yes, Black Sheep. Remember Black Sheep?
Black Sheep. Black Sheep, dude. You know what? So Black Sheep was like a kindred spirit to me. I mean, the guy is fucking
from the
wild.
Start.
I know you didn't like him. I know you didn't. But I liked him, man. I like the dregs. I like the off-color guys.
You do.
They're my people, man. They're just my people. And so I guess I'm the captain of the dregs, and I just freaking love it though. And I know he was off color and all that kind of stuff, and he can get a little drunk on stream himself and do some stupid shit. But he was talented, and his stream is really entertaining. I mean, even though I think that his trading skills and his crypto picking skills are fucking I freaking love the guy, man. But his crypto picking skills are just fucking he loves bad crypto like I love fucking bad freaking streamers, you know. I mean, I like the dregs. He likes the dregs of crypto, man. If it'll fucking fake pump, you know, 10,000x in a day.
That's what I don't understand. Like that, and I wonder how much of crypto is actually just that. It's just like that kind of mentality, because it's got to be gambling. It's got to be some type of gambling, because I mean, it's just a gambling mentality, and I'm like, I'm not a gambler. Even when I go to like Vegas or whatever, I'll take $300, and once I'm out of that $300, I'll leave. And if I'm up $300, I'll leave. Like, I'm done for the day. I'll be like, oh, cool. Like, I'm not this person that's like,
I don't even do it.
I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. This is like some crazy like that. I've never been like that. So, but there are people out there that get into it, and they don't see something pumping. And I've seen it with Hex. We've been going sideways for a long time. If you don't look at the pumps, that only go back down after like a month, like we've been going sideways for quite a while, 6 months, maybe.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. It's like,
and at least 6 months. And people get so bored. They're just like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's too boring. It's like, dude, stake your Hex, man. You could be making money every day. It's not supposed to be this thing that you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get that. I need to get that trade in, and I gotta wait for that pump to sell, and then I buy back later that day because I'm like, oh no, I don't. Now I'm gonna get really wrecked because it keeps pumping. Like we all know that's what happens, right? Like
And this is and our trolls. Do we gotta talk about our trolls too? Our freaking chat trolls, Children of the Grave. He just said,
Children of the Grave.
Children of the Grave just said, talented at what? Being a goof? I'm like, fucking really, COG? Really? You just called somebody else a goof? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. He's a freaking
got a lot of those. Got a lot of trolls. You love them over here. I love them on my channel. I don't get as many. Children of the Grave is over there. I got Papa Boner over there. Who else is a troll? Rammy sometimes pops in.
Rammy's dude. Rammy creeped me out at first because he would like all of a sudden I just look at my chat and there'd be like, hey, how long do you think it would take for RG to stop breathing while Hexo was choking him out? What the fuck?
He would donate me like ninja guineas and be like, so if you were in a duel between you two, how would you end RG3's life? How would he go? Is with his last breath? What do you say to it?
What would you say?
Well, I wouldn't answer this, but you did donate a ninja guinea, so I'm gonna have to answer this.
So yeah, he was creeping me out, man. And then Mousetrip. We had Mousetrip.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I don't
He
know.
won that prize. He won that prize, and then he was out.
Yeah, and
he probably saw that you picked yourself on that wheel, man. He was like, "No, this is all fake now. I know it's fake."
I'll never live that. That was another memorable moment.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because
what was that? Was that on Big Payday?
That was Big Payday stream. That was when we spun the wheel.
That was a good one.
And what was the trick? And I don't. Okay, if I ask this, you're gonna probably fuck with me. But when it happened, you remember, you even came to me and said, "Hey, Ski Cat said, put our names on the wheel, and on top of everything else that anybody else gets, if one of you guys win, I'll give you $1 million."
Yeah. And
so I said, okay. So I stuck our names on the wheel, and then I spun the wheel, and my name was the first.
Somehow he won. Out of 6,000 names, there was one RG3.
So I mean, that was a real.
Oh, I know, dude. Oh, trust me. When I was giving away like thousands of hex back in the day, dude, people would tell me that I was like not sending it to people, and I'm like, what the Bunga Bunga episodes?
Oh,
it's
God,
like,
dude.
no, man. Like I'm trying to give this away. You just didn't follow the rules, like real idiots. Whatever happened to Into the Fire? He won a whole bunch of hex from that, and then I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, Into the Fire. I haven't seen him for a while. Who else? What other troll has been missing? Who else? Oh, Cookie Boys. Yeah, I know. What is it with you and Cookie Boys? I know that
I talk smack on him because he deletes everybody's post on Richard's streams. It's like every single thing. It's like, dude, Richard can be a big boy and handle some of these like questions, but he just is like, nope. Delete. And I was like, dude, you probably should, go, maybe lay off the ban hammer a little bit and just let the chat roll a little bit. Maybe we could get some more people in there. And I think that he hated that. He didn't like that I, did the little chip connect thing, chip connect. He was really upset about that. So whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
So I discovered this little riff at first. So Cookie Boys would come over to my stream and say, oh, like I'd give away the treasure chest on D-Live, right? And Cookie Boys would be like, oh, RG3's generous, unlike Hexo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, RG3 gives away.
Yeah, because I would forget the chest because it was just like, I'm done. I was stopped, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I forget the chest. And then he's like, oh, he's not giving away the lemons. It's like, okay.
And then he'd be like, well, this stream is a lot better than Hexo's stream.
Yeah,
he did all kinds of stuff. So I knew there was a little riff going on over there. And then
yeah,
I heard it hasn't gotten any better.
Well, yeah, he's upset I didn't give him any lemons. Poor man, poor boy. Ministry of Hex.
Ministry, dude. So Ministry made the Ladies of Hex video for me when they did the
well, he made your opening video too, right?
Well, he made my opening video, which is the pirate ship video. The other one, the countdown I did, I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and it took me like a week and a half or something to make
the 3 minutes.
Just the countdown.
Dude, it looks good. Like I was wondering how you did that. It's actually.
I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. I like just it was that COVID time I had, and I was just like,
yeah, you had some time
on it. But anyway, so I talked to him afterwards. Like literally, we talked on the phone. We did like a Telegram chat, and everything was cool. He was like, yeah, man, I'm just, busy. And he's a dev kind of guy or whatever he did, graphic design or whatever. And he said, yeah, I'm just busy and this and that. And he was in the chat room with us. And then poof, like one day, dude, just everything disappeared, man. It was
I was having him. I told him I would pay him to make a new
Yeah.
intro video for me. And he was like, yeah, I'll be on it. And then somebody was like, oh, he's gone. And I went to go message him again. And he was like, not there. Nothing.
Corda's saying, I think Ministry of Hex became someone else.
Maybe
he didn't want to do shit for us anymore. I mean, I gave him some Hex for the last one. I was like, hey, dude, thanks, man.
Yeah, I gave him some Hex. I probably didn't give him enough though. I didn't know how long it took him, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
we might have
lowballed. But I would have paid him anything that he wanted. You know, if he would have done it like for what he was doing, I would have been like, dude, because I asked him, I was like, how much do you want? You know, like, I don't know how much you're spending on this, so give me a good price because I have no idea. And then he was like, oh, I don't care. And I was like, all right, like $75. Is that good? I don't know if that's a good price. I guess it wasn't a good price.
I know.
I guess it wasn't a good price.
Yeah, you probably said, I'm out of here. These two cheapskate.
Because if you go on Fiverr, you can get somebody to do it for 30 or 40 or $50. And it's like, okay, I'll give you 25. Like, I don't know how much this costs. So sorry, I don't know how much you're like. He did really good work, but I don't know how much that costs. I'm not in the business of like Kool-Aid. This is my first time.
Kool-Aid said videographer cap.
Oh,
videographer. Sorry. He's a videographer, whatever.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Cartographer.
No. And then a lot of my other, some of my other memorable moments are like Bran coming on stream and then like just sitting there for hours, like just staring at us.
Bran is awesome, dude.
I love Bran. But like when he first came on, he was just so fucking happy just to be there, man. Just happy to be there.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden he started streaming himself and started doing his own thing and freaking boom, look at where he's at now. He's one of the respected streaming members of the Hex community. As respected as we can get, I guess.
Yep.
So
it's not very high.
So how about FUD, bro? How about like so we've had a lot of Twitter battles out there with folks. You're always really good at getting into fights with people in Twitter.
Yeah, I'm pretty much blocked by everybody in crypto. Like I'm only friends with Hexicans because everybody else blocked me. I'm like, oh, let's go see what this guy said. Dang it, I'm blocked.
I know
somebody's like, oh my gosh, look what this idiot just said. I'm like, what'd he say? I want to see it too, but I'm blocked. I don't know what
you can't see this post because like my whole thing is all of my every time I go to look at a post, it's like filled with those block things. Damn, I can't read what's going on here. Like people are laughing at something. I'm like, oh man, I missed it. What is it? Who is that?
That's how I feel too. I feel like I'm missing out a little bit because I wanted to mess around the first year. I wanted to get blocked. That was like my goal. Not really a goal, but it was just like, you go on some of these idiots' page where they're hating on Hex, and you're just like, really, dude, show me the scam. And then the next second, you're just like blocked, or you're just like you're in a fight with them, and you're just calling them an idiot because they don't know what they're talking about. And you're like, dude, really? You don't know? Like, it's all, Richard Hart's going to rug pull this thing, and you're not going to get paid your interest. It's like, oh, well, you don't understand how that works, I guess. That's exactly what's happening. So.
Yeah. I love you too, Bran. I love you too.
Oh, jeez. I forgot that you guys were doing the gay thing.
I just had love for it. Nobody say anything about gay. Why is it got to be gay? Why is it got to be gay?
I didn't say that.
That's love right there. Look at that. Bran for the 100th episode dropping a 369 on us. Look at that. Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. So anyway, so the Twitter battles and the Twitter wars and getting blocked, we what was cool about what happened to the community at that time. So you were getting blocked by everybody, and then all of a sudden it started turning into the tie. At first we were getting like hammered. Do you remember like the Hex chat room was like just like trolls would come in there and just for hours upon hours, we'd have to listen to their stupid ass bullshit, Oh
yeah.
And I was just like, and
I looked like Cookie Boys in the Telegram. You're just blocking everybody, banning every single person. Oh, is that a concern troll? See ya. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
maybe I should take it easy on him.
But it was
we've all been there.
But that's where they cut their teeth, man, because it turned into like, just like one day, like, you know, so when Johnny jumped on, so Johnny like turned into a like a pit bull right off the bat. He was out there freaking like screaming at everybody. And all of a sudden Twitter like turned. It was like people started to FUD Hex, and it was like a mass fucking attack. Like hexagon after hexagon after hexagon after hex. Like they had to like turn their streams off and shit, like, or their Twitter feed off. It was like, I got to delete this account. There's so many hexagons coming after me now.
Dude, for real. There were so many hex. I mean, even now you say something about hex and you hashtag it, because that's the only, like, we'll find you out even if you don't hashtag it. But like still, if you hashtag hex and you talk smack, the whole thing. I mean, I go into random things, guys. I go into random, like some Binance coin or something, and then I'll go in to see what anybody's talking about, and it'll be like somebody's already posted hex stuff in there. It's like, well, hex is better paying you through like this amount, 40% APY, and you're just like, all right, man, these guys are like, you guys are little pit bulls on the Twitter game, man. I mean, I thought I was good at first, but now it's like we got an entire army out there just wrecking the Twitters, because they know it too. If you listen to everybody always, I think it might have been BitBoy. Like, there's some passionate hexagons out there. I'm like,
well, you can't say nothing or else they're gonna come after you.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe don't sell $60,000 after you got $300 for free from somebody. You got 60 grand and said nothing about it. Maybe that's why people,
except for I just dumped it on their heads. I just dumped it on them.
And it was because he was doing the NFTs thing and he was selling them to himself, is what was the scuttlebutt at that point, around the bend. Who knows if it was true, but he's also talking smack on Hex. And it's like, dude, shut up. Just shut up. Like BitBoy, and now he's buying his little Lambo. I don't even know if he'll be able to fit in that thing.
I know. Freaking Toby Wan said, Toby Wan commented on it and said, too bad when you open the door and your fat ass pours out of it, people are going to be so upset. Or so disappointed in what just poured out of it.
I mean, it's a cool Lambo. It's a cool Lambo.
That's what he said. Toby's like, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful car, but when it pulls up and people see your fat ass spill out of it, they're going to be so disappointed. Oh boy.
That's what I'm saying. Hex kids are like brutal. I mean,
fucking brutal.
It's awesome. It's actually pretty cool because nobody else has that kind of community. Like, even with they talk about the Link Marines and stuff like that. I don't see anything with Link. Like, I don't see nobody with Link profile pictures with their face in the front of it, like right here with the Link sign behind them, or anything like that. Like, there's a couple of Bitcoin.
Anybody with their name like mine is, like with a pirate, I'd say that is so fucking gayed out, dude. Why would you do some stupid shit like that? But I wear my shit like with pride, bro. I mean,
you think wearing a doctor's coat doesn't get me some? I cosplay daily.
we cosplay, and we put Hex on our shit. Hey, there's the DS dump, dude, right there.
Because I mean, that's how we get people to view our channel. I mean, that's why I started doing it. It was like, how are you going to be? Because anybody could just get on a camera, and that's fine. Everybody can get on a camera, but how am I going to stick out from the other people? And I was like, well, why don't I be the hexologist and just wear a doctor's coat? Like that's the ultimate.
And then we had the Hex patient. Is he still around?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I remember the guy was the Hex patient.
Yeah. Remember when he created something and everybody like came after him?
Yeah,
I blocked him immediately too. I was like, oh, here we go again. Just block. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever happened to that thing? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
That's why I don't get into those things.
I was gonna look for something. Hold on. Oh, hey, I didn't see that. David Morales just dropped. Did David Morales drop? How come I'm not seeing the super chats? Oh, there it is. Bran. Wait a minute. I'm seeing. Or was that earlier? David, I don't see it in here, but hey, I see it over on the YouTube, but I don't see it in. Oh, there it is. That is not love with Bran. That's Stockholm syndrome. Just kidding. Thanks for everything.
Pretty much Stockholm syndrome.
Thanks for the 5.
He can't get out. He can't get out.
$1. You know, I wanted to find. Hold on a second. Try and talk about something while I try and find. I'm going to try and find something.
Let's see. Hex is $2.01 by the end of the year. I'm gonna keep saying it, and everybody should say it to themselves every day. Let's see, because that's the best way we can get it, guys. If everybody thinks about it all day, every day, then it's the one of the reasons why I think that Bitcoin will go to $1 million, because everybody says Bitcoin's going to $1 million. So many people have said it. I think that and they honestly believe it. I think if you honestly believe something and you say it to yourself enough times, it'll happen. Because other people will hear you saying it and they'll be like, wait, this thing is going to go to $2.01. It's only 1 penny right now. That means I can get a 200x, which is not that crazy, guys. I know it sounds crazy to get a 200x. But last year we did a 362x, and you didn't even have to be on day one. You didn't even have to be in on day one. If you got on day 33 and sold on day 360 something or 300 and whatever day we topped at 2 cents, you made 362x, which is insane. That's some insane gains right there. So
monster gains.
But it could happen again. Like people saying that you can't get up that high. It's like, guys, yeah, we're the only completed product in the entire crypto space. We're the only thing that pays 40% APY, and it's trustless. You don't have to give up your keys. You don't have to give up anything.
The only thing that's been done perfectly.
It's the only completed thing. And not only that, but Richard is also making a blockchain that could be the FOMO inducer. If you put some game theory on top of a blockchain, like what's he saying he's going to do, which would be cool if he did like a referral system for his blockchain. I think that would be awesome, because not only would it incentivize people. I mean, we saw it with the referrals for Hex, but I think a lot of people missed out on that because they didn't. For one, I think it was easier just to self-refer, and he probably would change that up, is what I'm guessing, for the blockchain. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's going to do with it, but I hope that he puts a referral system on it and you can't self-refer, and kind of I would hope that it helps the person that you refer and yourself to use that referral, and not to like self-refer, because that was like being somebody that was trying to shill my link. I got a good amount of Hex for shilling my link, but it would have been nicer if I could, I started the channel because I wanted to, get that referral. And then later down the road, it was like, oh, you can just self-refer. And, I was making quite a bit of Hex at first because nobody really knew about self-referring. And then when it did turn into self-referring, it dried up. I got very rarely any referrals. I didn't 5 or 6 months. I played this honor thing where I didn't self-refer. Yeah. And me too. I would refer.
Yeah, you and I both did it.
Different people. I would give different people.
I should.
And now I wish I would have.
I think about it. I'm like, oh my God, 30% more of this bag.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. That's how I am too. But then the Uniswap came out. And then it was like, it wasn't even, Richard said it was okay to do that. But I honestly thought that going on Uniswap and buying it was a better deal, because you didn't know by the end of the day if the price was going to move up against you or down. Yeah, so if you bought it at the,
remember it was price, we had whale watch in the Hex chat room. It was like, we were waiting for the whale to get in, and then right before it would flip over, it'd be like, boom, there it went. Freaking moon up, and damn, everyone's like, oh, we're gonna get 1 million today. We're gonna get 1 million, and then boom, the whale would come in.
Yeah, and so it was like, and then you just got wrecked anyways. They're like, you got the exact same as if you would have paid that minute. So it's like, why wouldn't you pay 3 hours earlier to get the amount that it could go down, but it's at least what the price is going to be at that time, because you had no idea what the price is going to be at the end of the day. So I liked going on Uniswap by the time, and everybody else did too. That's why you didn't get the referrals. So I hope that the new blockchain, if it has a referral system, has some kind of actual useful referral system, because I feel like the referral system it kind of didn't pan out as well as I had hoped. Not that I didn't do.
We never got any, so I just started showing your referral link.
I know that was. I was like, oh, that's nice of you. I mean, there was people at the end, like, but by getting by to the big payday, I think that people were like, oh, I'll just hook up Hexo a couple of times. So whoever did that, thank you so much for doing that. But like for like 6 or 7 months, I mean, it was just nothing. There was nothing. So
yeah,
I hope, because it would drive a lot of adoption. You know, somebody could show like, dude, look how much I made. And it wouldn't be just a year-long referral. It could be forever. And you could show somebody, be like, dude, I made, 50 grand in 6 months off of a referral system. And then, you could show TikTok and all of the social media as that. And that would be, that would drive people to come and shill Hex, and you get more shills, and you get some of these big name shills, these crypto idiots that talk about, and maybe by then they'll realize that Hex isn't a scam, and they'll like Richard's blockchain too. And hopefully it works out like that.
Hey, chat room. Somebody, I want to talk about somebody else real quick too. Somebody dropped me the link to Versace Boy's little video that they did on him.
Geez.
Somebody dropped that one in there. I want to talk about that clown for a minute. I can't find it. I was looking for it just now, and I don't know what happened to it or where it's at. But if somebody's got
those guys on a stream the other day.
Yeah, did you? Yeah. What a fucking turd that guy is, man. Just a little. I streamed it. Well, you and I both streamed, I think, that one time with him, right?
Yep. Yeah, because you guys invited. I think DC told me.
Yeah. Like, hey, well, he runs.
That was the thing, is they were nice to me. They were like, "Oh yeah," and like after we sat in the green room for a minute, and they tried to help me out. They were like, "Oh yeah, you should get an email list." And he tried to like.
And the next day he's talking shit, man.
Yeah, and then the next day it was like, "Here, have one of these." I was like, "What the heck? What did I do to you guys?" Like, "Oh, he's just the self-appointed hexologist, bunch of idiots," and like, I was like,
"Yeah." I was like,
what happened? Would you like to have me on? I could explain to you why you sound like an idiot right now. But and then they had the wise guy on.
That was
the best. That was the best one though. If you want to see somebody, because he ended up having to defend Hex.
He was defending Hex
because he was like, no, you guys don't understand how Hex actually works, and you guys are gonna sound really dumb to people that actually do, and they're just like, "No, you're an idiot, wise guy," and he's just like, and then they told he's an idiot for an hour after he's trying to defend Hex, and then he's like, and then they're like, "So you came on here to shill your coin? Go ahead," and he's like, "Well, blah blah blah," and they're like, "No, we're not gonna give you any platform. This is stupid." They shut him down. I was like, oh my gosh, you just spent
they're like, not only is Hex a scam, but if you're building something that's like Hex, you're even worse.
Yep, exactly. Oh man, it was great. It was such vindication.
Somebody dropped that link where he's getting wrecked, guys. Not that video where he was actually doing that, but where he was getting somebody did a meme video of him where he's talking at first, and then somebody dropped that in there. I want to fucking play it.
That was like one of the best. That was like one of the best that I was like, that's some vindication right there. Because like all three of these dudes that talk smack about me at one point, and they just like bantering back and forth. One can call you like idiot, and one looks like an idiot because he literally doesn't know what he's talking about. But the one that does know what he's talking about somewhat has to defend it, but he doesn't want to defend it because he's the building.
He was totally like went to the floor for fucking Hex, man. Yeah. He
oh man, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, dude. He freaking shot. He had to shoot on those guys just to freaking get, save Hex.
It was great. It was great. He was just like, you guys don't understand how Hex actually works. I'm like, exactly. They don't understand how Hex works, and they acting like they're crypto experts. But when we go on there, they're like, yeah, I don't really know anything about crypto or Bitcoin. I actually get my advice from the Cultivate Crypto or whatever his name is. Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, I can see you're getting advice from him, but don't act like you know what you're talking about and give advice to people and say things are scams when you literally have no idea. You ask other people, hey, so what is this about Bitcoin? It's like, you don't even know about Bitcoin. So who are you to say that something is a scam? Like,
and that's what bugs me about some of these guys. Like for instance, Cultivate. He came on here and tried to apologize, and you put him on blast while he came on. You were like, "Hey, fuck you, dude! You came in here and you know, what do you got to say for yourself, bitch?" And and it worked out or whatever. But what I don't understand is that these guys that sound somewhat intelligent, like they understand a little bit about crypto, like they have a little bit of technical knowledge like he does. And they just don't see the forest through the trees thing. They don't see.
Well, they're traders. They're traders. They don't understand. They don't understand holding for a long period of time. They just, they see that everything. Well, they see everything else that's like, oh, well, you can just change that code. Like you see a bunch of things. That's like, yeah, you can change this code and you can change like, oh, the percent might be this today. It might be 40% today, but you know, you're never going to be able to print all these coins because they've never seen a completed product. So they're in this mindset where they've never seen completed products and they've never seen anything that actually can pay themselves out because it's not printed out by a person or somebody that's telling you, oh, it's just like the quick swap thing. It's like we go over there, we move our, you know, we get people to, hey, Matic is a decent platform or whatever. It's not, by the way. Don't do whatever you want with your money, but no, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but so I put some money over there. Hoard my hex out as me and RG3 were talking about, you know, center into the whorehouse, and she just got taken advantage of, and then you see it like, you know, oh, we're gonna pay you out 10 quick this one day, and it's like, okay, cool, we're gonna get paid out, you know, they're paying out $6,000 or $7,000, and then the next week it goes down to 8, and then the next week it goes down to 7, and then the next week now it's like 6 or 5 quick. And it's like, and now Quick's $100 instead of $1,000, where they were paying $10,000 to Hexagon a day. Now it's at $100 for one Quick, and they're also only paying you 6 or 5 Quick every day. So they're paying out $500 to Hexagons that put a bunch of money over there, and they got us. They wanted us to come on, or they wanted to be nice to us so that we could. Because they know that we're good shills. So like, we're not me, just me and you, but the Hexagons are good shills. Because if we like something, we're going to go and talk about it.
A community effort, yeah.
Yeah, because we actually have a community. Everybody here, like, we're all a community. They don't have that. Everybody in other communities, it's not really a community. It's like every man for themselves, because they're all traders and they're all trying to like take that other person's bag. Like they're all like, oh yeah, and they're trying to get that other. Here in Hex, it's like, hey, stake for, you know, like we have a staking ladder, not a staking ladder, but you can see where all the stakes are. Like, go and look at that chart to see where you're staked at.
Well,
but
yield
like we
farming,
have to be happy with each other too. So it's like, we're going to be here for 15 years. Other places don't have 15 years that they have to be with each other. They can be out in a second and just hate that bag in 2 seconds.
Yeah. So somebody find that video. I know it's out there. Somebody find a video.
Which one?
It's the one where Versace Boy starts talking about Hex is totally a scam, and then the rocket goes up and everything, and
that's a good one.
It wrecks him. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one.
Told you not to buy L2 coins. Well, I made money off of it, but some people that I know didn't do well either.
So Hexo accidentally gets in late when the L2 coins are cheaper, because he didn't know how to get over, and he finally
it wasn't that. It was just like,
he's calling me in the middle of the night. Hey, bro, you know.
Oh, whatever.
Can I get over there, man?
Up so many stories.
I'm like, it's good, dude. It's fucking good over here, man. Some good shit, bro. He's like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. But I'll go on. Don't tell Richard. And then he took his little Hex over into the bad neighborhood and started playing around in the whorehouse.
I felt real dirty. She came back a different Hex. So that's for sure.
He called me. Oh my God, it won't come back. I've lost her.
Oh my gosh. And then waiting 13 hours, dude. That was the most stressful. This guy over here made me get into it. He was like, oh yeah, you can be making tons. I get over there. He's like, oh crap, the thing went down half already. I'm like,
Party's
right,
over.
well, I'm buying in right now, but I came out on top, but I was only in there for like 6 days, and half of those days I was trying to get in and out. So but I mean, it was just not.
Now, just
yeah.
In defense of the bad neighborhood over there, Matic Network, the L2, and getting over there and how hard the ETH fees are just ridiculous. It's just so hard to do that stuff when you got to pay that much ETH. But when I did my swap over, I waited the time it said, and then I sent it over, and I'm like, hey, dude, I mean, we were talking when it happened, and mine just went right over. It was all done. Yeah. Yours just got hung up in the space, probably because they're like, we're gonna fix that fucking Hexo guy, man.
Well, I saw everybody, but the thing is if you have $100 or $200 and you're sitting there for an hour or 13 hours or whatever, you're not going to care about it. You have more than like 10, 20, $50,000.
Yeah,
$50,000. Yeah. You're starting to little like what? 13 hours. Like, hey guys, is that coming in?
He sent me a message. Hey, is there a phone number I could call? I'm gonna call my mom.
Did not say that.
I'm calling my mom.
That is not what happened. You did set me up with the support ticket, and then you go over there. You go over there, and it's like here's the support line, and so you have to put in a ticket. And dude, I still haven't received anything. Like I asked a question, no response. You go over there and look on their board of help, and it's like a bunch of people from India trying to help. And it's like, oh my gosh. Like, and then, your thing's out 12 hours and then you're talking to the Indian customer service and you're just like, oh no, what did I do? What did it's gone. It is gone.
I called him and told him, hey, fuck with that guy. Don't fucking pick up his ticket.
You like now my Hex has come back tattered and torn. I have to stake her for 5,555.
She smokes.
She'll trust me. She'll trust me again, bro. She's not gonna trust me again. I'm like, those I stake her for the freaking.
She smokes and wears booty shorts now.
she got all tatted up.
She's tatted, smokes, and wears booty shorts. She used to be a
poor
queen.
Hex. My poor Hex. She came back a dirty woman.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, DMs. Oh, okay. Bitfinesse sent it over me. My titter. Hold on a second. Let me see it.
No, it's not hard, Sick Visor. It's not that it was hard to do it. It was the fees to get over there, the quick dropping, the amount of quick that they were even giving to the Hexicans when there's no reason that the Hexicans shouldn't be getting as much as any other crap coin over there. They were giving 50 away for sell and all of these other things, but they give 8 for hex for no reason.
Well,
and,
again,
not only that, and then they want us to shill it.
In their defense, they did that to all the coins. They did drop the coins as things went as they've gotten longer. I mean, in their defense on that. You know what?
No defense,
guys, you
no
guys
defense.
sent me the wrong ones. I didn't want the wise guy one. I wanted the one with Versace Boy, the guy that streams with what's his name? Cultivate. Yeah. Let me see if this one's it. Somebody just sent me this one too. Yeah, I think this one's it. Here it is. Yeah, this is the one. And you know what? Oh, this is perfect because we could talk about a couple of these guys, a couple of these fucking dickheads. God, man, this is the one right here that just fires me, dude. I swear, man. That anyway, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because it's just. Let me see.
Was it the one where he's like the self-appointed hexologist at that one? I think it's so funny. I that was one of the things because I've been like people have hated on me for the last year and a half because whatever, but it's like that was one that never hurt my feelings or like. Man, these guys are right. Like, you got to look at who's making fun of you. It's a guy in shades, like huge shades with Versace on his face. It's like, you're making fun of me, bro. Like, wow. Yeah. Okay. You live in Japan for a reason there, my friend. I'm sure of it.
Hold on a second. That wasn't it.
Hey, there's me and Rich.
It's you and RH. Hold on a second. That was the wrong one. We got this. This one's got some really good stuff in it. So
You like that crypto you like? Yeah, this thing's big, boy. 100 ounce, full of water.
Here we go.
Almost filled. That's the number 2 today too.
All right, so let's play this one real quick.
It's 16 minutes long.
Is it? Oh, this one is supposed to be 16 minutes. Ah, damn it. I thought this was. Well, let me play some of it then.
There it is. There it is. Right. Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there. Okay.
You can't hear it.
Oh, it's.
Get out your phones.
There it goes.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, geez.
So you want to get rich.
Get out your phones. Record me down.
There he is. What a fucking little bitch, man.
1,000% a scam coin. And
He said
so
fucking
many people
scam.
are going to get wrecked. It is
Wrecked.
unbelievable how unethical this fat is.
Fat fucking piece of shit. That's what he called you, Richard.
Yeah.
This fucking little dude. Oh, and that son of a bitch right there in the bottom left. Jason
Oh, I know.
Siebert.
I tried to keep Charlie Shrimp out of jail.
You didn't do a good job of it, you stupid fuck.
And this is why I was telling you how you are going to either get a cease and desist order.
Great.
Get
Then I'll
in hand-
cease and desist. But I'm not going to
Tone,
preemptively.
you fucking pile of shit.
I'm not going
you.
to be a really smart guy.
Look at you,
and
Tone.
read the law and put a lot of effort.
You just
into it.
ganged
The
up
best
on
job
Richard
I
on the
can
day
in
that
the
he
game to
launched
be
his
thoughtful
coin,
and
you
considerate
fucking
and build a new
douchebag, you.
innovative product that
This
actually
isn't a
fills
new
niche in the
innovative
need.
product. This is
Okay,
a
tell me the other blockchain CD.
look. This you're calling it a blockchain CD,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
monetizes
not.
the time value of money. It's the only
No, it
cryptocurrency
doesn't.
I'm aware of.
No, it
that doesn't have
doesn't.
the locking law.
No, you're so
It's
smart.
just
You're
some,
Jason. You
like,
just got it.
10th grade economics project.
Dude, that was a
Oh,
really
machine
that day
line.
that happened.
Something
Oh,
dumb bullshit that I thought were. The only thing I'm amazed
My
about,
favorite.
and I think I'll give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons to put 4 million into this, and God knows how much more.
You hear that,
you
X
found
again?
that many
Why?
He
morons
called you
to believe you're
morons.
utter bullshit. And like,
Right.
fair play. I know you fucked up. I know you got wrecked. You lost all your money. This is all you can do is to scam people to get out of it. But Richard, people are going to lose money because of you. People are going to lose money because of you. So either you're a fucking either you're a sociopath or a fucking criminal.
Richard Hart. You're a fucking scammer, just like.
who is this guy?
And I'm gonna make a video about it because you actually will never forget me, motherfucker.
I literally know who.
No,
don't know who he
I'm
is.
the guy with regards to scammers like you stealing money from innocent victims. That's what I'm angry about.
Right.
And I'm
So
sorry,
you
but we
understand-
have to finish
You
now.
understand that Hex
I'm
is
sorry, and
a better
we have
project
to finish
than
now.
anything
So
else in
thank
crypto.
you for this discussion. And we've established that you are an MLM Ponzi.
MLM, MLM,
Ponzi
MLM,
scam.
Ponzi scammer. You
really
fuck-
Hex
Oh,
is
and then
having
this
negative
dumb fuck.
effect on is confidence in this space.
Uh-huh.
Because unfortunately, with Hex,
Unfortunately,
it's
you suck, box mining.
classic
You've picked so many
get
stupid
rich
fucking
Right.
pieces of
I mean,
shit.
a lot of the word
You've wrecked more people
it's
than
constantly
fucking
talking
drunk
about
drivers
very
in
strong
2020, you
insurance
piece of
investment.
shit.
Every day, if you just
pretty
kind of
true.
like, even look at this. Hex is the opportunity of a lifetime designed to do.
You
over
almost got it,
2,000
too.
returns in
You
under
almost
2
said it right
years.
there, dumb fuck. Oh my god.
So in the extreme case that he does pull out, he still penalizes basically everybody else and just takes their money again.
Nigerian Don, I hate this guy.
It's not.
So is he
So-
not going to go to jail?
That's why you have that video right there.
Well,
So-
fat people are known to be sloppy, and we'll see.
Yep.
They don't get it. They don't understand.
What happened to David?
They have no idea.
I think he's taking a hiatus, bro.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen him for a while. I was asking, where did that come from? Whoa.
Ahoy, crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 and
That's when you had the
Crypto.
shitty blue
What is
Yeti
up,
logo.
you guys?
What is happening?
How's it going? My name is Matt.
Welcome to day 409.
The boys! Yeah, here we come, motherfuckers.
Hey, everybody. Hex, Cut, Talk, and Walk.
In case you don't know who I am, my name is Silver the Antidote.
All right, we're live. Welcome, everybody.
The dream.
My name is Maddie Allen.
Maddie.
And we're live with special guest, Kareem.
What's going on, everybody? Kareem is here. The Dream Master of Math.
Because of my head injury, I was being treated from all these different medications, and I had actually become suicidal. So in the middle of August, I was tempted with taking my own life. And, you know, it was only a couple days later that I made my first stake. And I do the Hex Therapy show with Maddie Allen, and I went over this a little bit there. And it was just, Maddie brought to my attention because he's a substance abuse counselor, a therapist, that, you know, not many people get to go from that low point to a place of normalcy that fast. And, you know, what did I think, did Hex have anything to do with that? And I attributed it to my family, my friends, and God, you know, but it's also Hex. It was also Richard, you know, in this community, I fell in love with
this is the heart of
Motley Investor here. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today.
Contributing to the project in one way or another for
You never see this shit anywhere.
Banter Crypto.
Herzlich willkommen zu der Krypto-Sparbuch-Show. Mein Name ist Ellen, das ist Patrick.
What's up, guys? Gary here, Funding Jim.
What is up, EQ?
What's up, everybody? Valiant Brand.
Friends and new friends. I'm Christopher Carruthers, also known as Palace Satoshi.
Just a pleasure to be part of this community, man. There's so many like-minded entrepreneurial people here. Military-minded, liberty-minded, business-minded people in this community. And so we're very fortunate.
Just kicking the ass and taking names. Jackpot! Jackpot! Jack motherfucking pot! God damn it!
What's up, guys? Welcome to Hex. We're here to get your up-to-date view of what's been going on with the craziest day of our lives. Take us. Our bodies are ready. We're ready for the pump. Take us, Richard Hart. Take us to new all-time highs with your beautiful product. Let's go, guys. How's everybody doing today? What an awesome time to be alive in Hex. Cringe. This is cringe.
That was great, bro. Here we go.
So you mean this is not where the cult meeting is?
The only use case that has had any adoption whatsoever in cryptocurrency is speculation, store value. That's it. Period. Hex, now. For speculation, what's the only thing you care about? Price up. Okay. Unless you're an option seller and you care about volatility and stuff. But that's such a tiny percentage. I'm not going to go into it. If you're a store value guy, what do you care about? Price up. Oh, okay. Well, what makes the price go up? People buying more than they sell. Anything else? Nope. Hold on a second. Wait a second. You're telling me that the most important thing in crypto.
Look at that chart, man. Look at that
and the
chart.
only way the price goes up is if people
Look
buy
at
more than
that
they sell.
chart.
Yep. That's what I'm telling you.
Fuck you. That's fuck you chart
Isn't it
right
interesting
there.
that Hex was designed specifically
Take
to
that,
address
crypto.
exactly those two things?
Take that.
Hex monetizes the only thing that actually matters, which is people buying and not selling. And it monetizes the time value of money the same way that they do it in the real world. It just blows my mind that we have CDs in the real world, but we don't have them on the blockchain. So I put them on the blockchain. And people are just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you lock up your money in the real world, your dollar account, and you lock it up an extra year, they give you 20% more interest every extra year. And then it tapers off and they give you less later. And that's what Hex does with shares. If you lock it up an extra year, you get 20% extra shares. And then it tapers off later. Right? Like it maxes out at 36.41 days, which is like 10 years.
Hex Monkey said he's
And then
typing
why
with
would you
his
stake longer than
nipples
that?
right now.
So you wouldn't have to restake at a crappier share rate then. So you can maintain a higher share
I
rate for
am
longer,
too.
to have more shares for longer, to make a higher return for longer. So why is this hard for people to understand? It doesn't make any sense to me how it, like, Bitcoin stores value, the number goes up, everyone's happy. Ethereum stores value, the number goes up, everyone's happy. Hex stores value more securely than Bitcoin. With
look at them
audited
titties on the
software,
chart.
Bitcoin's not audited. In economics,
Look at that bad boy.
Bitcoin doesn't have an economics.
Oh, boom!
Isolated consensus code so that it can't accidentally get screwed up in a network upgrade, which has happened to Bitcoin twice.
Day one FOMOers
It's had
don't feel
inflation
so
bugs
bad.
twice, where anyone could print as many free Bitcoin as they wanted twice, and they had to roll back the chain once. Hex is more secure than Bitcoin. So if storing value securely and addressing the time value of money and reducing pollution by rewarding stakers instead of miners are good things, and fixing unit bias, and you can claim it for free for Bitcoin holder, it does so many things well. And it's, you know, you're like, it's more liquid on-chain exchange. Now you could now get wrapped Bitcoin probably at the same or higher liquidity levels, but it's still counterparty risk because you have to unwrap it. And then the guy that unwraps it could just be like, no, I'm not going to unwrap it. Sorry. And then you're stuck with your ERC20 wrap. So Hex does so many things better than Bitcoin does.
And I want to congratulate Richard Hart. I want to congratulate everyone who got involved in Hex. You are definitely part of a new generation of investors in the new DeFi economy. And going forward into the future, I'm sure that we are all going to be well rewarded. So, happy birthday to Hex. Congratulations to everybody who is involved and everybody who is going to be involved. So I'm Conrad Zen, signing off for now.
Hi everyone, it's Crypty Girl. I just got off the show Discourse Syndicate. It's a live stream for the Hex community. My hosts, RG3 and Dollar Cost Crypto, were both amazing gentlemen. While I was on the show, I was asking questions about Hex, learning more about it. This was my first time on. The Hexican community welcomed me with open arms. They were all extremely generous and supportive. While I was on the stream, sorry, I'm still emotional. While I was on the stream, they gifted me 2.5 million Hex. Ski Cat gifted me 2.5 million Hex, and I had to get off the stream early because I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude, and that means so much to me. Thank you so much, guys, for your generosity.
You know, it's already changed my life, but this is just the beginning. I mean, now that we're even just at a penny, that's the beginning. That's which is, I mean, even a year ago when I first got, like, I've been there since the beginning, and man, even in my mind, a penny was like a target. So we're about to hit that, and that's already life-changing. And I'd love to share my story of a $750 investment in a single wallet that now at a penny, I've paid off my student loans.
Stop looking at how long it's got left.
We're going to be here for a long time, man. The code is built to last longer than our lifespans. So,
Richard, if the option was available for like a 30-year stake, you bet I would have one of them out there.
Yep.
I swear to God.
We reduced it to leave meat on the table for the new guys, because the new guys need to be able to get some shares too, you know. And so there's this art to making it beautiful, and it's working. You know, people make suggestions. You should have done this. You should have done that. And you're like, okay, yeah, we should have done this. We should have done that. So had we done this and that, what 352x would be higher than, yeah? So what would we be at? Like what, 5,000x year one? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's really good. You know, maybe it's really, really, really good as it is. And you guys, a lot of you know, people that started businesses and tried to do other shit that wasn't Bitcoin, they all lost money. They should have just held to Bitcoin. If you're just looking at it from a money perspective, not from an education, not from a lifestyle, not from a pride thing, but just from a money thing, there's a good chance that you can't outperform crypto.
Facts.
And there's a good chance that you can't outperform the top performing crypto. And if you go look up the charts and you see which crypto has made more gains in the last year than any other crypto, X wins. period.
Just like the pump. Wait. Money's
Not throwing hints out, but
this is gonna be Mudley at the conference with like a headstand right here.
I'm gonna have a hype man right next to me carrying that.
Okay, can everybody point up into that thing? That'd be a great screenshot. We'll grab that later. All in the right direction. RG, Dappin, thanks. I'll get that screenshot later.
To conclude the conference.
That's a good thumbnail. There we go.
Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys. You're the best. I'm out.
Thank you, Richard.
Love you, Richard. Thank you.
Respond to me on Telegram.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a huge success. We're closing in on 7.5 hours for the stream, so we're going to go ahead and call it that it's been a super successful conference, and it wouldn't have been such without you.
So if you're ever gonna buy your freedom, you got to start small, right? And whatever money that you save that you don't waste on things that you don't need is money that can go into your inventory and go into your advertising. And so I suggest you don't fall for stupid scams on the internet with people telling you that you're going to get rich quick, and all they do for a living is teach people how to pretend to get rich quick, and then just take your money, the money that you could have used to actually start a real business that actually provided real value to real people. If you're paying $3,000, $5,000 to some guru who's going to tell you how to get rich, yet he doesn't use it himself, you have to be curious.
Anyway.
Well, that's cool. I like that. I like the video. It's pretty good.
That was an awesome.
I mean,
video,
it does
man.
show like like it's not just it's not it sounds cliche, very cliche, but it's not just a crypto. It's kind of like a movement where a lot of people are coming together and really putting our minds together to build. We're building a community because the we've already got the product. We're just really building the community at this point and we invite other people to get into this community, and it doesn't matter what your background is. It's like we pretty much accept pretty much everybody. So
Goddamn right we did. Nobody's been turned away from us, I mean, and this what's really cool about this is that we built it with Hex. We didn't build this community around Hex. When Hex we were all there when it was born, and we were fumbling and stumbling along. Hex always knew where it was going. Hex was what it was. It was finished when it was full grown when it came out, and we kind of grew with it as it moved into the space, and the community grew with it, and it's been freaking awesome, man. It's been I've made some really good friends.
Like with Richard too. It's like you kind of you feel not bad for him, but like you can see how much he's gotten in the last, how much derogatory, malicious comments he's gotten just towards him. And I mean, we've all got them obviously, but probably, we've never went on a video with too many people that'll do that straight to our face and call us scammers and make videos about us. I mean, I've gotten that, the Versace boy, and I don't know if any others are out there, but I mean, Richard just got so much hate, and you can tell that it's going to be amazing because of that hate. Like, and it's good that people are making those videos to like take clips of people that wanted to hate on it, and then it's like, look what you said this time. Like, look what Grandpa didn't get invested in. He was talking smack on it.
Oh my gosh! Not only did you miss the Microsoft moment, the Apple moment, the whatever moment, whatever big company in the very beginning stages, but you called the guy a fat piece of shit. You called him a scammer. You called him scumbags.
Yeah. You were a lawyer. You were a lawyer. Could you imagine being a crypto lawyer and then this being like
not
one of the biggest crypto in, like, let's say we go to number one and we're just outcompete Bitcoin.
That video ruins his career.
Oh, exactly. It's like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Not only do you not know what you're talking about, but you may have wrecked a lot of people. In fact, you should be sued for defamation.
Yeah,
and
that's
for,
very true.
And
Yeah.
for, stopping other people from actually getting into something good. Something that Richard doesn't get credit for, is this whole forking thing that he's talking about. I know that right now it's a big talk and it's controversial, and there's, people talking about all kinds of stuff on it. But no other crypto dev team or founder has ever looked at a problem like this and said, you know what, fuck it. I don't care how big of a solution I have to come up with. I'm going to do that for the community that's already involved in my product,
Right. Well, nobody else has a product for one, but
yeah. But I mean, but
everybody else is on their first project, or they
won't
move on to
even
the next
fix
one,
their
stop it.
coins. They
Exactly.
won't even fix their coins that their people are wrecked in,
Yeah.
And Richard's going to go fix somebody else's shit, so that we don't get wrecked.
Yeah.
He saw a problem. Yeah. He saw a problem in the horizon coming for us, because I know if those of you who don't know what is going to happen because of ETH's governance project that they're building on these new layer 2 things and all this shit that they're doing, or whatever, ETH 2.0. It's the function that actually runs the Hex equation to figure out your stake when you unstake is going to cost exponentially more because of what they put out there as far as what their new standards are going to be. So what that means is
4 times more.
So 4 times more for your calculation to be made when you end stake.
What are they right now? Like $80 to $90. So they're going to be like $400 to unstake.
Yeah. And that's going to just destroy a lot of people's small stakes,
Well, it's going to destroy even big stakes. I mean, that's $400.
Yeah, $400.
That's even if you had like a $10,000 stake, that's a pretty big chunk out of a $10,000 stake. And then, you're paying taxes and all that other stuff on it, on top of a $400, on stake. It's crazy. It's sick.
Yeah. I mean, so my hat's off to him for actually, once again, showing his colors, showing who he is, showing that he has the fucking balls and oh man, I hate that
fortitude.
Intestinal fortitude. Testicular fortitude.
Oh yeah. Same thing. He's just keeping it all in.
But he has enough empathy in him to say, you know what, the people that are getting involved with the thing that I made to be great aren't gonna get a great outcome because of what this is. Yeah. And it's not his fault. It's not his problem. Whereas a lot of other founders, a lot of other coins would have just walked away and took their money and said, not my problem.
Well, look at all these. Look at what Dan Laramere. How many projects has he started and he doesn't even finish them? Like Richards finishes them and then releases them to us. Richard's working on a blockchain right now for us. He's asked for 0 money, and it's like I will gladly give somebody my money when they have a completed product. Like that's why I'm fine with Hex. Once crypto was, I saw, like, I didn't get involved with any ICOs, crap coins. I got involved with them just to trade them, but I've never looked at the tech. My brother was that guy where it was just like, oh, but do you know about the tech? Do you know about that? I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Tech, tech. What are you talking about?
There is no tech.
Yeah. It's like,
the only tech
send and receive. You mean send and, he's like this linky Marine. And I'm just like, no, bro, like, no, the thing's like, whatever. And he's made a lot of money, but still, it's like, they're not complete. Nothing's complete. And I lay my head every night down to rest. And I have 0% of my brain is like, man, Hex could just shut off tomorrow and just be gone. And every other crypto could. Like, there could be, Bitcoin even with its unaudited code. And sure, there's a 0.00001% chance that Hex could, but I don't ever think about it. That's not one thing that I
think there's more of a chance that crypto will fail versus Hex.
Yeah.
Like right now, the problem is it's not Hex, it's ETH. It's an ETH problem.
Yep.
And again, so once again, Hex is going to come to the rescue and save crypto, and it might be the way crypto goes, period.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. If he puts some game theory on it and actually gets some people to drive like it, you know, I think that he's gotten the connotation that he's a scammer for the last 2 years, and people missed out on those gains. And the new blockchain will be a way for these people that did that to be like, okay, now I can get in on something that is new, and I can get, I can probably, you know, get a huge gain as well. So, and you know, Hexkins are going to be sitting real nice, but
nice.
you know, like most people in the crypto world are not looking at this stuff. They're not watching the Richard Hart streams. They're going and looking at the NFTs and how to trade. Hey,
they're picking up pennies on the railroad track.
Exactly. And so it's like people don't know this. And so when Richard does come out with a blockchain, you know, people are going to be like, oh, maybe I should get involved, because the last thing that he did make was completed, it never rug pulled, and it mooned really hard. And so people are going to, you know, once it is announced and it is found out that
FOMO
starting something, they're going to FOMO in.
And you know who's going to do it is all of the influencers, like fucking bit boy, whatever is it name, people like that. They'll do that shit, and
they'll
be the ones that get in.
Yeah, I truly do believe that they'll probably shill the next project, because I think that they, or the product, I think that they missed out on this one, and so they're just like, it's too far gone now for them to like start shilling it, and they already talk crap about it, so they don't want to be like, oh, I got to eat crow now, and just you know, they don't want to fess up to it, so they'll wait until Richard comes out with the next thing, the blockchain, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into this. You can get, you know, and it'd be cool if we were airdropped per T-shares, and I've talked about this on my show a couple of times. But if you were airdropped the new Pulse chain, we call it Pulse chain. If and it depends on like for one T-share that you had, you got one Pulse chain token, you know, a fork of it, or not a fork, but you got an airdrop of it.
You got to have 14 pulses to run a full node.
But it'd be cool if it was like if it was a designated snapshot of like out in this, it was like, you know, 3 months we're gonna have a snapshot. You'd see so much FOMO getting into Hex, and you would see it staking for a long period of time, because people would want to get those T-shares, which would dry up all of the liquidity on for Hex, and you know, the sky's the limit at that point. That's why I have no problem saying $2.01.
Well, let's get into that now, because we need, we're going to end the stream, but I want to have a Moon Boy session talk right now.
Okay.
So now we've always like, no, we're not going to talk price. We're not going to do this. So we're going to Moon Boy talk, and I'm going to start it out with this whole fork. And this is my conspiracy and my thinking. And when I heard Richard announce it first, I was like, so he puts out a tweet, right? So on Twitter, he says, now this is laughable to me. I mean, I literally fucking spit my coffee out when I was reading it. He says, any of you devs out there interested in forking ETH, you know, please DM me. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So Richard is fucking
we called each other every day that week. We were like, dude, what?
He's so Richard Hart, probably gonna go down in history as creating the greatest crypto known to man at the time, is shilling for devs on Twitter to fork ETH.
Yep.
I was like, this is bullshit, man. This is such fucking bullshit. I spit my coffee out and said, Richard forked ETH. It's done. He already did it.
You think it's already done? I don't know.
I think he did it, because
you think you already
now
did
this is just RG3's fucking conspiracy theory moment, my Moon Boy talk. And I've been listening to him, and he's like, I'm working my ass off. You know, even when I talk to him in private, he's freaking busy as shit. See him, his eyes are all bloodshot. He never getting any sleep. And he never talks about anything that he does outside of crypto. He just says, I'm just working, talking to lawyers, working, always busy, man. I got so much to do. Hey, I can talk for a few minutes, but I got to go. I'm busy. So the guy's working on something, and it ain't Hex because Hex is done complete. That was done over a year ago. So what has he been working on? True. Why is he talking about these lawyers and all this stuff? And
you might be right, because like if you heard him talk, he's always said like that people are like, well, what about these gas fees? And he's like, well, we could go to a different chain, but I'm not. This is
he was saying that in the beginning.
He was like, we could go to this one chain, but I'm not going to tell you what chain that is.
Exactly.
So you might be right.
I think it was done. It's been worked on and it's ready to launch, and he's going to fucking hit somebody in the ass with it. And, but that's just my
But he did say 6 months to a year.
What would you say if you were going to launch something? Yeah. If you got it in your back pocket, it could be ready in 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Now watch them freak out. 3, 2, 1. And that's what they did.
Well, I hope that he doesn't just release it. I hope that he does like a snapshot airdrop, and it does sound like he's going to do an airdrop, and I hope it's a scheduled airdrop where it FOMOs people in, because that's what he really wants. He wants people to FOMO in.
Oh,
right?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So like, I think that, it's just like the big payday. It's like having the big payday, but you're staked in Hex. And if you want to get them T-shares, the 1-to-1, or not 1-to-1, but the T-shares, if they snapshot for one T-share, you get one Pulse chain token. People would be staking as many Hex as they could for as long as they could, which would take off. It would dry up everything, and it would stake it out for years, which means there's no selling pressure, which would blow this thing up. Like that's the craziest thing. I'm like, dude, that like when he said he was going to make a new blockchain or whatever, I was just like, oh my gosh, he's really going for that 10,000x. Which, guys, 10,000x is like, we're halfway there. We're like a year and a quarter or something like that.
And another thing, the element, okay, Richard's not stupid. The element of surprise, like this is something that you want to like kind of drop. You don't want anybody to front run you or ETH to try and, fix things or make things better or do it. You don't want any of that stuff while you're building for 6 months to a year, right? Do you think ETH's not going to have some type of a solution within 6 months to a year to their issues? I think that you were over there on Matic in that bad neighborhood with your girl, and you saw what happened. You were having fun. You were having fun. No, it was a bad neighborhood, but you were having fun. Don't give me. Come on now, tell me you were having fun over there.
It was a little fun. It was fun. It brought back the memories of when Hex gas fees were a penny, and you could send Hex to somebody, and you could give somebody some Hex, and you didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I had to pay $50 to send somebody Hex. Like, I don't mind giving some Hex away and giving it to people. Like, I love giving it away, actually. Not like it's very valuable, but I've given away a lot of Hex just because. But once the gas fees were so much, like gas, I need the gas. Like because once the gas dries up, then I have to like convert my Hex and sell my Hex for more gas. And I don't want to sell it. I want to give it away to people. And like it doesn't make sense. And I even, gave some away to my buddy. But I had to get him, he was like, okay, I'll have it, but I don't have to get it off this chain. And I was like, yeah, just send it back to me, and when I pulled it off of layer 1 or put it back on layer 1, I just sent it back to him. I was just like, you don't want to have to mess with this, dude. Like, I just had to go through 13 hours. Plus, you're gonna have to pay $50 for it.
I'm not gonna dirty up your crypto, bro. I'm gonna save you. Yeah. I'm not gonna let you get led down this.
But it gives so many more opportunities when it's a penny. It's a penny or it's $0 for a transaction, because it's like I love getting like giving it to people, and like with the Staker app, I would be out there daily, shilling my Staker app and trying to give people, hey, you want $5 of Hex? Kind of like what what's his name does. The crypto Jesus or Bitcoin Jesus, BCH dude. Now, I'm trying to blank. Now we're blank. Roger. So like Roger,
and you know,
Berg,
Johnny
he
does
used to
that too. Johnny with Litecoin does that. He goes out and spends money and gives away,
which is
little
like
bits of crypto.
that's, and I mean that's how you do it. Like you can onboard people with $5 and they see it goes up to $7, and like, dang, if I would have just had $50 in here, it'd be 70, or if I would have had $500, it would have been 700. You know, and you can like get people's minds running. But if they don't have any, and I found the best way to onboard people is to just give it to them, because then they're willing to at least listen. And then, you know, and especially if they've been holding it onto it for, you know, 3 or 4 months, and they're like, okay, so now what does this do? You know, because they see that it's going up, or it was $5 and now it's $25, and they're like, dang, that just did a 5x, or, you know, $5 to 300, you know, 300x that or whatever. I mean, I gave my parents $50, and now it's worth, you know, in Christmas of 2019, and now it's worth like $1,200 or something like that, and that's not even including the interest. And it's like, now people want to know, like, oh, so what is this all about? It's like, oh, now which is cool, but you can't be doing that when it's $50. I know, but you can't. You can't be giving it away.
And that's what I was saying. So layer 2 is working, and you saw how it worked. I mean, once you know, getting through the problem of actually getting over there, which is, you know, that's the part that's going to end up disappearing. I mean, that's the hard part right now is going and testing it or playing with it or whatever. So the transfer over, the, you know, being beam me up, Scotty, or whatever with your freaking crypto, and it comes back, you know, all jumbled up or whatever. But anyway, but when you were over there, the shit moved like, I mean, first of all, they gave you enough free tokens to do as many transactions as you want.
Yep.
And so it cost you 0, and the transactions were like,
yep. Yeah, you pressed the button, you said swap, and it was swap.
And it was
already
swap.
like,
and it didn't cost you nothing.
Already, yeah. And
the first time I did it, I was like,
oh. Yeah. Well, you're telling me I could just, yeah, exactly. There it is.
There it is.
I remember this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
then
bro.
You do like harbor traders, but we're getting traders no matter what. So it's like, I don't care.
But I mean,
people want to trade their bags away.
It makes Hex so much more valuable when that type of a system is going to exist, because it's going to be easy, fast, simple to stake and unstake. And you know, there's no, because this is ridiculous. This is just absolutely, utterly
especially
ridiculous.
And then it's going to 4x on us. That's
that's going to be horrendous. That's
like a slap in the face to everybody, especially Hex. Like somebody, and Richard said it the best. He's like, we haven't gotten any recognition. Vitalik hasn't said anything good about us. And if you look at the gas fees, the gas fees V'd the day that Hex released. You can see that it V'd. It did a V bottom, and that's when you see the entire gas bull market start, because actually it's being used. Now it's being used. And I think, like, you know, the conspiracy theorist in me is like, maybe that they're just doing a bunch of these fees so it really doesn't, you know, like Binance coin. We heard that CZ was doing something like that.
Yeah,
where he was just flooding the Ethereum. And
he denied it. He denied it.
Yeah, but if you're, why wouldn't you? Right? Why wouldn't you? There is
strongly
a
and hugely. Though. He denied it.
Yeah. But it's like but if that's your competitor, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try to ruin their the competition and drive everybody off of that? And hey, that's.
I mean, if anybody thinks that those guys aren't watching
exactly
Hex. Yep. You're sadly mistaken, because they know what Hex is. They know.
Yeah.
They've read the code. Their devs have read the code and took it back to them and said, "Oh fuck, oh fuck."
I think they really do know that this is
they do.
Changing for crypto. They just that's why they're gatekeeping it at every level,
because it's going to destroy shit. It's going to destroy shit that they've.
Well, especially those exchanges. Well, the exchanges, like if you don't like, people are wondering how we get on Coinbase and stuff. They'll probably never let us on, because we are not going to give them any type of like. If you stake your Hex, like, you're not trading it. You staked it for 15 years. You're not touching it for 15 years. They don't want something that's staked for 15 years. Anything else out there, you can unstake it at any point and just trade it. And that's what they want. They get their money from trading. They don't get any money from you staking it for 10 years. And it's just sitting there. So, and there's not enough liquidity out there to even to do it. So unless unless it goes clear up a crazy amount of per coin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, crypto's in trouble. They know that we've made an answer, and they're going to do everything in their power to stop it from taking over. And I mean, the exchanges are already in trouble. The dexes are taking over as soon as ETH can get rid of their problem, and if Hex gets rid of it first, oh my gosh, I mean, it's going to be
with game theory. It's not just going to be a blockchain. It's not just going to be a fork of Ethereum. I think that it's going to have some sweet bells and whistles that's going to get people to want to actually convert to another chain. Like, it's not just going to be just something like, oh yeah, we slapped together an Ethereum clone. Like, Richard Hart goes all out when he does something. Look at Hex. You know, he looks at all the different angles. He looks at all of the things that he's a marketer. He's a marketer and a math genius, and he knows how to get people to on board onto his stuff. All these other guys that are in crypto, they're just math geniuses, but they don't know how to market. Like, Vitalik is not a marketer, dude. And Richard says it. He's like, dude, I'm better at selling ETH than Vitalik.
Well, yeah, Vitalik is, like, I explained it the other day, is that, you know, crypto is part freaking nerd boy, and part, you know, freaking drug dealer. You know, they're just, it's those two coming together like Breaking Bad, and you got a really smart guy that made something cool and a really crooked guy trying to sell it and get people freaking, you know, wrecked on it and loaded on it so they can make money. And that's what you have. That's the sick relationship that you have, the sick symbiotic relationship that's in crypto.
Well, you put it nicely. I said it's the smartest people in the world, and then the dumbest people in the world are in crypto.
They're not dumb.
That is for real.
They're not
I
dumb,
don't know
bro.
about that. Have you seen?
They're not dumb. They're not dumb.
There's some dummies.
They've made a
out there.
lot
There's
of
some
money.
dummies.
They've made a lot of money.
I'm
scamming
talking
people.
about the people that don't get no money. No, I'm saying people that fall for some of these scams that I'm just like,
oh no, you're talking about the traders and stuff. Yeah,
no, I'm just saying the dumb, like, some, you can't tell me some of the comments that you don't get DM to. You're just like, are you being serious right now? You actually thought that was me? Like, why would I ask you for your seed phrase? Like, what?
Oh, well, see, you're talking about people in general. I was actually talking about the development and the marketing.
No,
crypto.
No, I'm talking about the entire crypto space. Like, there's the smartest people in this crypto, like, and there's very small in between. There's, like, you know, average, like, you know, most Hexicans. I'm like, that's why we all kind of get along, because it's like, oh, finally some actually smart people in this space, because you go over
we've got a couple though.
Oh man, you and me? Is that where you're going? But I mean, you look at some of these other guys where they're just like, I mean, how listen to this. Like, you go on Elio Trades, and how far do you, like, the guy's got I don't know,
dude, he's still wrecking people. He's
still wrecking
horrible
people.
record. He's got a horrible record, and he's still
and people
going.
still watch him. That's the thing. People still watch him. So it's like, are you guys that dumb? I don't know if you're that dumb, or if like, what's going on here? Because you can't just, like, in all these guys, every single person that's been in since 2017, you can go back on the record to what they've shilled, and that's what I usually do. And I put up a Photoshop. I
know.
Well.
You like put it on the Twitter, like, hey, look, you shilled this one, this one, this one, and this one, and look,
and this
they're
is
all wrecked.
Shilled, and this is where it's at today. And it's like, what are you doing with your life? And then it's like, nobody cares, and then I get blocked, and then it's like, see, this guy, he wants to hide his things, but there's just these people that are just like, oh, he's smart, and people will defend him, and it's like, look, it's on the chart. It's literally this day he shilled it, and look at the chart. He's been dumping on you, and that's why this whole thing went to zero, man.
Yep.
Like,
Brand
most
said
likely,
Soy Wolf. Remember that guy?
Oh my gosh,
he was another one. He was like so adamant and so he talks so tough to Richard, like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't do anything special.
Well, he was drunk and high on his stream, so it was pretty rough to watch. He was just drinking. It's because his thing is like intoxicated crypto or something like that. Like, he does it like, this is cool to be drunk and high while I'm streaming, which is like whatever. But I couldn't do it. Like, there's no way I could do my show just like, yeah, guys, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's pretty cool today. Like, and carrying on, like, and trying to, like, you know, beat Richard Hart in a
if you take
debate.
your fight. If you take
Like,
your
I can't even-
financial advice from a fucking drunk 21-year-old, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
And he's
on
supported-
YouTube.
And he's got Bybits links. Like I remember he started his show out like, today's episode is brought to you by Bybit. Just click my link below. And it's like, what the? How does this guy?
Link
He's got
below and get wrecked.
Jeez. So that's what I'm saying. Like these guys, not like, I guess, yeah. Somebody said that there's always noobs coming in, and I get it, but there's also like people to call these guys out, and they should be calling them out like every day. Like what I do, like everybody should be shilling that stuff. Like, dude, you called it here, and if it was one project, I get it. You messed up, like,
but it's over and over and over again.
It's been 4 years and you've done it so many times. You come out with, this is the coin of the week, top 10 coins to shill my bags that I'm holding right now that I'm going to dump right after I air this.
Like Box Mining has done it too. He shilled every piece of fruit, vegetable, and
pancake,
freaking refrigerator good that you can imagine. And every time he had to he's just freaking stepped on his dick every time. And it was just like one mistake after another every single time.
Exactly. And nobody says,
nobody says anything.
No, everybody's like, oh, don't, and that's why he hates the Hex kids, because I called him out and I put up what he was doing, and then he blocked me, and then he was like, the day after, he's like, I really hate these Hex kids. They're just always coming at me and blah, blah, blah. He's all getting
they're so aggressive. They're so aggressive.
It's like, yeah, because we're men, dude. We're men over here. We're not these soy boys and Eve.
We're not soy boys.
That you can shill on top of and just wreck a bunch of people. Like, we're trying to save people in crypto, like, I don't care what anybody does with their money. If you guys want to trade your little lives away, go ahead. But really, it's like, we found a good crypto that's actually completed, and we want to share that with the world. And really, like, and it's helped me and RG3, I know, a lot for the last year, and made our lives completely different. And like, really, and I know how many of you guys that it's done the exact same to, because you guys message me like your stake rep and how much money you guys have, and it's like, that's life-changing money, and to get more people involved in that. I mean, we just did that 2020 review, and that's like, that was in the COVID pandemic. Like, how much of that was in 9 months of that was COVID, right?
Yeah.
Like, most of 2020 was COVID. And dude, I didn't have a bad day. Not a bad day at all. Dude, I was out of work. I lost my job, and I was and I was freaking smiling and laughing and having a good old time, man. I mean, it was an amazing experience going through this with all of you guys, and it was so much fun. I've had just a blast. It's been great. And now we've got a really bright future. We've got more things coming. What I'm really excited about is I started actually preparing for my future, and there are some really cool tools out there, like in the real world, that are going to help Hexicans. I think like looking into this self-appointed IRA is really a freaking awesome idea because of the tax implications, and because what better place to like start putting away a little bit of money than to actually put it tax deferred into a Hex account where your Hex is growing, and then when you do retire, you're able to pull it out at capital gains tax rates, which is like somewhere between 5 and 15% versus your regular income rate, which is exponentially 23 to 40%, depending upon where you live and what state you're in. There's just all kinds of self-directed IRA, Corda. So for me, that's a couple of years from now, I'm going to be cashing out on a self-appointed. So, but for some of you guys, man, some of you guys got like 30 years worth of staking to do before 30, maybe even 45, some of you guys before your retirement age. So that's 3 15-year stakes, man. That's freaking badass. Could you imagine rolling that into an IRA? I mean, goodness gracious. So I don't know. There's a lot of great tools out there. Of course, staking your Hex is number one and getting it out there, but then using all of the things to your disposal to help you with your taxes and all that, because everybody needs to pay your taxes, or take advantage of the tax benefits that are out there. Be sure to do that and go look for tax advisors to help you, because
We eventually are going to end up in a tax situation, Hexicans. It's happening. It is going to happen, and you're going to need to make sure you're taking care of that properly. Don't. This is financial advice. Pay your taxes.
Very true.
Do it right. Make sure that you go sit down with somebody who knows. That's the problem I'm finding, man, is that, nobody really knows.
Well, they don't give a lot of direction either. It's like they don't.
Yeah.
There's not a lot on cryptocurrency, and then trying to find somebody that'll do it for you. You're just like,
you have to guide them, bro. I literally had to help my tax professional. Like, they don't know what a wallet is.
Yeah.
They don't.
And then they're and then you don't know if you're actually getting your taxes done correctly, even if you did tell them like what it is, because maybe they don't understand it like how you understand it. They don't understand a T share from a T boy or something like that.
Did I tell you what my financial advisor told me?
What?
So this is my traditional guy that handles all of my retirement accounts and stuff, and he said. I was talking to him about this self-directed IRA, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm into crypto and I'm into the Bitcoin. I got some Bitcoin on my Coinbase. And I'm like, okay, he's a little woke or whatever. He understands a little bit. And so he said, we are creating a fund. Now this is like top, let's just say top 5 fund management companies out there. And he said, yeah, we're making a crypto fund, and they're putting it together. It's not completed yet, but they don't like Bitcoin so much, but they do like Ethereum because it has the chip in it that tells you where all the transactions are. So they like that because of the chip.
You're just like,
I was like,
yeah, I know. Oh, I get stuff like
that. Can I get all of my money out of your bank right now, please? Just can I have it all? Hey, can you just write me a cashier's check for everything that's in here?
Oh, geez.
Oh,
I know. I heard somebody talk about Bitcoin like that, where they said that they tried to hack into Bitcoin. Somebody was telling me, I can't remember where it was, but they were trying to hack into Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin code came back, and it was so put together so well that it looks like aliens even did it, or some big entity like bigger than men themselves. So I was just like, okay, I'm done listening to whatever you're saying, bro. I'm out. What are you talking about? But if I was 2017, I would have been hooked, line, and sinker on that. I've been like, yeah, okay, yeah, let me hear more. But that's another thing about Richard. He's like giving us so much information about the blockchain. I mean, he's literally like, when we watch him, it's like a college class. Like, you can re-listen to his videos, any one of them, and you can learn something from it. And I do that quite a lot. I'll go on walks every day for an hour and listen to Richard, and you can pick up little snippets that he'll say. Even
well,
he did 3
it's like
years
ago, as you learn too, you go, oh, I missed that when he said that, because you learn a little bit more, and you're like, oh shit, he was saying this back then. And
it kind of blew over your head or flew over your head.
Yeah. And a lot of the things about him forking ETH, he's talked about in the past. A lot of, so he's acted. It's almost like as if you go back, you go, and this motherfucker was talking about forking ETH from the beginning.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
I can see that he's ready, dude. And could you imagine that? The guy, the Godwell, he's got he's got millions, maybe $100 million worth of ETH right now sitting on the sidelines. Fuck. He might not want to just sit there and not let this chain or this fork.
He couldn't buy that much though,
He couldn't. Yeah. Well, he could, but the thing is the price, because you can't just empty out the liquidity. It'll always stay there.
Yeah,
when it goes to 0.1, and it'll just keep ramping up, and you're just gonna be buying 0.1 hex.
And then there's a lot of people that are gonna be selling it to him too. Like,
well, that's the thing, is that's what I see right now is people are selling it. And it's because, people with lots of money, you see it go up, you see a big pump, and then people selling it back down, and then you see it pump back up, and then you see it go back down. jump, but at least it's going up and to the right.
Somebody smart is accumulating.
Yep, they're accumulating on whoever's doing it, and you're just like, dude, stop. Like, you see these people just empty out their wallets all day. You know, you go in there, you see the Hex whale bot on Twitter, and you look at these guys' bag with their ether scan. You're just like, well, that guy's gone. He's out of here. See you later, bro.
Yep.
Or you see that he's got 40 million. Yeah. Or he's got 40 million left, and you just see him selling a million. It's like, okay, it should be done in a couple hours. Thanks for your service, bro. But you're gone too. And like you said earlier, RG, is like, how many more of these people are out there that have, 50 million Hex bags? There can't be that many. Like, people, I mean, maybe there is, but I don't think that there's that many. And once it gets into the strong hands, then this thing's gonna be cooking. I mean, we still are kind of suffering from the big payday payout, I think. Yeah. And people staking for a year. People that wanted to get in, get out, and stake for a year. Once we get into year 2,
well, there was like 5 billion there that last month. There was like 5 billion Hex sitting there that last month that came out. So there was a lot to be shaken out here. And it's been shaken out. Like you said, it just dump, but it keeps getting bought up. So the buy pressure on it is just obviously is better than the sell pressure, because it's still going up and to the right. So it's like, that should be writing on the wall for those people. It's like,
exactly. The whales are accumulating your bags, bro. Like,
they're sucking your bags up, and you guys are just wrecking yourselves. It's whoever's selling now, you're killing yourselves, guys. And,
that's the thing, is we don't have any more FUD. Like, what's the FUD? They've already flooded us. There's
FOMO now, bro, because now we've got a chain coming. I mean,
yes. Like, we don't have any more FUD that hasn't been out for the last year and a half. So really, it's like, what are you going to do other than the change, or not the chain, but the smart contract just, completely having a bug in it and going to zero.
Yeah. Now
there's nothing. There's
like,
nothing.
I know you are. What am I?
Yeah.
I know you are. What am I? I mean, that's how we are right now. It's like, I know you are. What am I?
Yep.
They don't have anything for us anymore. That's over with. We've proven ourselves, and crypto has a lot of splaining to do. They all got a lot of splaining to do, because they're the ones that are every corner, bro. We just talked about every corner. They turn around, they're shilling some fucking rug pull. They're shilling some bullshit, and they keep looking bad, and we keep looking better and better and better.
Yeah, it's like they just keep chugging along, and they're getting paid trustless interest. If I would have just put in, I get this all the time. It's like, if I would have just put $200 in this day, I would have, not only would I had interest paid on that, but I would have made 100x. So I'd have, whatever that is, 200 times 100. So it's 20 or 100,000, 200,000, whatever it is. I'm not good at math but dude, it's like, you'd have that plus interest. That's insane. And you tell people that, they don't believe you. And then you show them like, dude, look, I didn't, like, when I got in, guys, I didn't put hardly any in, and it's worth more than I've ever made in my life. So it's like, you just you don't like, you got to take the chance too. You can't get out of there.
The Hex machine, though, that is the shares, is what just has blown my mind. I mean, the fact that I was able to accumulate as much shares as I was able to accumulate in that first year is just beyond me now. When I look at my every day, my daily payout of Hex is like just blowing my mind. And I don't think that it's ever going to change much, to be honest. Everyone's like, well, once people start staking and the staking percentage goes up. Yeah, but don't ever forget how much is owned by the OA.
Yep.
Don't ever forget. However much is in the OA, that's all you
says that's 50, but I think it's like 85.
I think it's more like 80 something, because
85. Because then it's like 10% is staked, about 10%, and then there's like 5% that's out there liquid, including the liquidity that's being provided.
Right.
And it's like,
so you can only ever, even if it was 100% of the liquidity out there was staked, that's still only what, 15%?
Yeah. It was 15%.
You could almost do the math by that. Like, maybe it goes 15 to 20% staked. What's the interest on that ratio there?
Right. Yeah.
That's almost as low as it can ever go.
Well, and that's the thing, is like how the OA is the Fed. It can be like, okay, these guys are getting paid out too much. And I honestly think this will happen is when it gets up to $1, $2, $5, $10 Hex. it will start staking because it's not going to want us to be getting $100,000 a day in Hex. Like if you're making 100,000 hex a day, or let's say 20,000 hex or 10,000 hex, and it's at $1, you're not going to, the OA is not going to be like, yeah, let him get paid $10,000 a day so they
Why
can
not?
pump it. Oh yeah, right.
Why not?
No, so I think it is like a Fed where it's like, nah, you're not going to get paid that much. Like we're gonna cut you down a little bit. You know, like I don't think.
You know what's amazing,
a
bro,
lot of
is
money.
that
That's a lot of money.
Even at my age, I know I talk a lot about wanting to cash out and go sit on the beach and all that. It's not going to cost me that much to make my lifestyle the way I want my lifestyle to be. I'm not a Lamborghini guy. I'm not a fucking $10,000 watch guy. You know, I just want my
$100,000 watch guy.
I
know. I was like, dang, I didn't even know there's such thing.
You know, there's like 3 boards that I'm looking at that, you know, might be about $500 a piece to $800 a piece. And, you know, there's probably a nice little truck that I'd like to be able to drive back and forth to the beach, and a nice little cottage out there close to it. And that would be enough for me. You know, that would be enough for me. And then what I'm really looking at is I want to gobble up as much fucking shares as I can. I want shares. I want my hex to come out. And I want to stake that shit as long as I can to get as much shares as I can into that pool to just generate serious wealth for my family and whatever else that we can do as a community, you know, because I don't need much. And if I can waltz off into the sunset and be good, I'm just going to keep gathering and gathering and gathering until that wealth just turns into generational wealth, you know? And it's all about the shares. It's all about the shares.
One Heximofo said, "Why can't I have $10,000 per day when it hits that price point?" I get it. When it gets to $1 and you're making 10,000 hex a day, and then so you're making $10,000 a day. I like that isn't that bad. But when it does that 10,000 hex a day going to, like, if it's $10. That's $100,000 a day, and saying it goes to $100, that's $1 million a day. Like, there's no way like the price could support it. I feel like there would just be, you could stake it and just dump, and there would just be a dumpage all day. Like I think the OA would start staking at that point to like.
Well, there's a lot of wallets out there that are making like 150,000 hex a day.
Yeah, well, 150,000 hex a day, which right now is not that much. It's like what, 1,500 or like even $15,000 a day, whatever that is. Yeah, it's like $15,000 a day. That's a lot. But when we get up into the million points, and it's like that, you know, we don't have that much liquidity, and just like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's like I don't know, but I would suspect that the OA is there to protect the price. And he ain't gonna let you just dump. He ain't gonna let you. He's gonna see you're about to come out of the woodworks with your $1 million a day that you were getting for 10 years. You were getting $1 million a day, and it's like, oh, this guy's got $500 million. He's about to sell on top of us.
But then that's where you get the goose that lays the golden egg thing. You know, it's like you want your goose to keep laying golden eggs, and you know, you just peel a little bit of that gold off when you need it and let those eggs gather and just keep that goose fed. You know, that's what responsible whales and sharks and dolphins are going to do. They're going to take care of the ecosystem, and, you know, hey, if you want to reward yourself every once in a while, that's fine. You know, I don't see it. But
I think that it's actually good. Like like for me and you and for other Hexicans to video it and to, you know, like Bitcoin got where it is popular because people were showing off their Bitcoin Lambos. Like everybody was like, oh, the Bitcoin Lambos, like these guys got Lambos. Like that's the marketing strategy. When Hex does get to that point, like we have to be like the rich and the famous of crypto. And, you know, like, I don't care what you buy, but like, you know, just, oh, look at my new house that I got, like, you know, crib style that thing or whatever. And just, or what your new car or whatever, you know, like BitBoy is doing it. He's, oh, I'm getting this Lamborghini. It's going to take a year for me to get it. It's like, okay. But people are going to go watch him because it's like, oh, this guy must be successful because he could buy an entire like you could buy a half one or something. But a Lamborghini.
And we're going to have people like that in the community. That'll be fine. But I know you and I both personally have talked behind the scenes here about things that we wanted to do in the future. And we've, we have our little Moon Boy talks, but our Moon Boy talks are about helping other people. And we talked about, doing like a Santa Claus drop and going and find a family somewhere on Christmas and just loading them up with toys and nobody knowing who it was and crap like that, and we've talked about doing all kinds of cool shit. Which, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to go and do fun shit and help other people. And
giving back is probably the best way to get the best attention, because you can get the good, like you can get attention.
And nobody in crypto is doing that, dude.
Nobody.
They're running around with Lambos and fur coats and $10,000.
Well, they can't because they're not getting paid trustless interest. They can't they have to sell into their principal to
they sell a moonshot.
I can't get that back, and then they're watching it go up and they're like, oh boy, I wish I wouldn't have sold. And then they just sit on there and buy whatever they were going to buy. And then it's like, they're one and done. They can't sell interest and, go and give a family some presents, like you said, or go buy themselves something and be okay with it. Like, as long as you're not selling your principal, I feel like you can be in this game forever if you don't sell your principal. Like, you just hold on to your principal. What you have right now, like, there's a thing on the stake wrap. It shows you how many hex you have. Yeah. There's a level that I said I will never go below this level. I will always restake to, if this comes out,
I've got a goal to raise my shares. I've got a goal.
Well, shares. Yeah. Shares is like, I just have a hex one where I'm just going to keep, because at some point after 15 years, you're pretty much reset anyways, because almost all of your stakes are going to be brand new. Because
every time I pull one out, I'm gaining more shares every time. So when I pull out a stake, it's going out further so that I make a positive net gain on my shares versus where it was. That's my goal, is to constantly, every time I unstake, I'm going to restake and get more shares and realize the gains on that. And then more shares every time, more shares, more shares, more shares. I don't know how long I'll do that. But one thing I was going to say, about the giving back thing. So I learned I have a friend that owns multiple properties here in Southern California, like 35 different properties, rentals. And he did very well for himself in his life. Of course, if you own 35 California properties, you've done well.
Right. Yeah.
But so he and I were in business together, and he showed me how to make money. I made really, really good money. And my first year that I did that, I was like, okay, I want to buy a Cadillac Escalade for my wife, and we're going on a big trip. And so I started doing all this stuff like that. And without him like telling me, hey dude, you're fucking up. That's not what you're supposed to do. He said, hey, I want you to help me out with something. I'm like, what you got going on? He goes, he had this guy that did all the work on his houses, right? This guy he was a poor Mexican guy. He had like 5 kids. They lived in a very, very small house. And the guy was an amazing handyman and worked on all of his homes. Right. And, he actually lived in one of his rentals. Well, what my friend did was he bought the house right next door and said, hey, I want to redo this whole rental. And so he had his employee start working on this rental. And so he takes me over. It was right before Christmas. He says, I want you to help me out with something. We went to the Sam's Club and Costco and the toy stores and stuff. And he loaded all this stuff in, bicycles and freaking toys and candy and food and steaks and all this stuff, right? And he said, you got to come over, sneak over this house with me tonight. And I'm like, all right. So we drive over there, and this is night before Christmas Eve. And we stuck around the back of this house, and we loaded all this stuff into the house. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And this was all brand new. I hadn't seen the place before. It's all brand new remodeled house. He goes, oh, my guy who did all the work for me, he does all this work. He's a real hard worker. He doesn't make a lot of money. I pay him as good as I can. But I appreciate what he's been doing for me for the years. So what I did is I made him rebuild this house, and I had him help me with how he thought I should design it. And so he goes, the guy designed the house himself, built it for me. And I told him I was making a rental out of it. He goes, well, what I'm really doing is I'm moving this guy into the house and giving it to him. And I'm going to rent out the other place and not charge him rent anymore and just give him this house. And And he goes, all the bikes and stuff for all the kids at Christmas. It was, Christmas was 2 days away.
Yeah.
So we loaded the whole house up, put all the gifts. I mean, I was in tears doing this for this guy, putting the freaking food in the brand new refrigerators, brand new washer, dryer, everything, just freaking beautiful, man. The guy did the landscape. It was it was the nicest house on the block. And this guy built it with his bare hands.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then Christmas Day, I said, dude, I got to come see this, man. So I went over there. And makes me sweaty, man, thinking about it. But I went over there and my eyes are sweaty. I went over there and he went and knocked on the door and said, hey, man, there's something for you next door. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you for everything you've done. And he handed the keys and the guy's like, what are you talking about? And he goes, I want you to have this place. Merry Christmas. And we walked away, and him and his wife, and she could hardly walk over to the house, and he was crying, and the kids were all crying, and they opened the door and the kids are screaming and they're pulling bikes out of the house. And man, it was just freaking awesome to see somebody do something like that, man. And to be part of it, it's like, I want to do shit like that when I get that kind of money, and that was more fun than I've ever had in any ride that I've ever been in, any car, anything. And it was just the experience to be part of that was insane.
And that's the thing is with Hexicans, like we don't like, you can sell your interest and do stuff like, like
Damn
what
right.
you said, where it's just like, you can still be making money and like restate, like you had a year-long stake, you sell your interest, you go do something nice for somebody, or you go get yourself something or whatever you want to do with it. But then you can stake out for 10 years and then you don't even have to worry about it for 10 years or whatever. And it's like every year you have a stake coming out every 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, Hex is honestly I asked people, what are some other passive incomes that you can have? And there's people were like rental properties, a couple of affiliate links or whatever, but it's like, there's nothing out there really. There's nothing that's like legit. Like
nothing's gonna make you the
real
game.
shady. Yeah, you can get some shady things or whatever. You can get in the bank or whatever, then get 0.1, or you can get into some shady things that are probably gonna get rug pulled or other things. But there's nothing out there.
Nothing.
That is
and
like
you don't really need like when I look at my Hex stakes. I mean, even at what Hex is priced at today, and I look at it and I'm like, man, I mean, it's already turned into something that I couldn't do if I went out there and started, buying homes like my friend and started to build wealth. It's already done that type of, it's already created that type of a money machine, and at the price it is right now, and I mean, and that's the power of what we have at our disposal, because it took my friend a lot of years in real estate to learn how to do all that. I mean, on top of him being a very sharp, smart investor type person, he was the kind of guy that just had the balls to go out and start buying houses, and he learned how to do all the real estate things. He owned his own real estate agency and all that kind of stuff too. But he ended up just leaving all that and just, hey, it's easier just to invest, And
Richard said it the best. Like if you're not making money in your sleep, you're never going to get rich, because you're only one person. You're only one person that can only do a couple.
You have to leverage.
If you have a job, you're only making an hourly or even salary, and you're not going to make enough. You have to have a supplemental, something that's working while you're sleeping at all times, and you just need something. And Hex is that something. Hex is the thing that works in your sleep, and you don't even have to worry about it. Because if you have a 10-year stake, or if you have stakes coming out every year, you don't have to worry about it until that time of the year comes up, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I need to unstake it.
A job is a job. It will keep you just over broke. Don't ever forget that. That's all a job will do.
That's why they keep you. That's why they keep, they pay you enough just to keep you there, because they don't want you to keep go on your go on.
Well, you're always making other people rich. You're always making other people rich. You're always making other people wealth. And unless you find vehicles for yourself to do it, and that's the one thing that I did is I always had wealth on my mind, and I had smart people around me that taught me some of these things. So I was able to start, even as a freaking crayon eating, I pick things up and put them down, guy. That's all I did. Literally, that's my job. I pick things up and put them down. Now I'm the guy that tells people how to pick things up and put them down. But I mean, that's all I ever did. So, I didn't want to be like the rest of the guys that were 60-year-olds that pick things up and put them down, and they didn't have anything. They were all.
Well, it's probably
divorced.
life-changing for you. Probably didn't realize that, like, that guy given the house was pretty life-changing, and it probably is something that really set you off to the where it was like, I want to actually do that. I want to have enough money that I'm able to do that one day.
Well, because so in my worker mentality, all I thought about was like, man, I'd love to have $10,000 a month or $50,000 a month or $25,000 a month. Wow, what if I can do that? I could buy this and I could buy that, and I can, I could change this. I wouldn't have to worry about that. And then when I really saw what these people did and how they did it and what it meant, I was like, oh, wait a second. I don't need a job. I need something that's going to work while I'm doing the things that I want to do.
Right.
And work for me while I'm sleeping, while I'm doing the things that I want to do. I need to be making money while that's happening.
Yeah.
And that's the power behind Hex. That's what Hex does for you, is 24/7, 365. It's printing you money. That's what it does.
And you can see how much it's paying you every hour. I mean, you can do it even minutely, but like I always get my shares and at the end of the day, like my wife comes home from work and she'll just be like, oh yeah, I made this much today. I'll be like, yeah, here's how much, we made hourly for Hex. And she's like, what the heck? How did we make this much money compared to what I made hourly over here at the hair salon? I'm like, just do it. It's, so she's wanting to quit here soon, which hopefully she's able to quit.
I hope so, bro. I hope so.
It'll be good. It'll be pretty awesome. I'll have to video it, tell her that she's done working.
I would really like to see us do that. Like that's what I'd like to see the future. So, I mean, look, I love this community, but I don't want to fucking stream forever. I don't want to do this forever. I don't mind. You guys should hear some of the conversations that me and Hexo. I won't get into our personal conversations too much, but somebody said these two guys are funny. You should hear some of the shit we talk about when we're not on
Yeah, we talk like almost every day, and we're always just cracking up like, oh my gosh.
And half the time we're talking about you sons of bitches.
True.
But we also talk about how much we love you guys, man, because you guys are great, and it's made this exciting. But I don't want to do it forever. But what I would like to do is like videotape us doing things like that. Like Hexkins coming together, all of us pulling up and like finding a cause, finding somebody who needs something, finding somebody who's down and out, finding somebody who's deserving, and and then helping them out, and not only helping them out in whatever situation they might be in, like my friend did for that person, but like setting them up with some Hex and saying, hey, this is what we're going to do for you. We're going to help you to secure your future, and we're going to do this for you or something, and then vlog that, and let it be seen in crypto that's kind of what we want to do versus, running around with $10,000 sneakers and Lambos and all that kind of bullshit, which is all fine and dandy. And I know a lot of people like that, and we're going to have plenty of that. But that's not what I want to do. I want to go out there and make some shit happen.
Yeah, everybody has their like whatever they're gonna do. Like the younger guys, obviously they're probably gonna spend their money a lot different than you're gonna spend your money. It's like somebody that's 20 years old is gonna spend it differently than somebody that's.
But imagine if some of the 20-year-olds got this concept.
True,
imagine what kind of a community we can build. It's okay to have a Lambo and give somebody a house.
I mean, look at Brand. Brand gives away, but dude, he always is dropping he was dropping Ninja Guineas and everything, and he was dropping bits today on Twitch, and it was like, Brand is like Molly said, we become a bunch of ski cats.
Yeah.
And they kind of did.
And Brand was the first one who did that.
Bran
Bran
was in your chat rooms. He was in my chat rooms. He was
Dropping the
always dropping every stream. He was dropping. And you know what else he does well is he drops praise on everybody. Bran is always filling everybody's buckets about how good the Hex King community is. And nobody does it like him. He's a bucket filler, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I like
you want to have Bran in your corner. You want to have Bran in your corner because he's the guy that gets you pumped up. You're like, all right, now I can do it. Yeah, okay. I was having a bad day, but now we got Bran here. He's like, come on, man, you got this. It's like, all right,
he's got a heart of gold, man. He's got a heart of gold. So we love you, Bran, a lot.
Oh, here we go.
All right, guys. Hexo, dude, it's been awesome having you here.
Congratulations on 100 episodes.
Thank you. We're gonna do 100 more, right? And then next month is actually a year. So our 1 year streaming will be next month. I know you've already passed yours.
Next month is my 500th episode in 33 days.
Jeez. Wow. Oh my god!
I got a special guest to come on 500.
Oh, do you?
So, I'm on 478 today, or 470, whatever the day is that Hex is on. I don't know what it is. But yeah, 400 and something days.
Right. Congrats, dude. You have inspired a whole community by doing what you did, and you inspired me. That's the reason why we're here.
You too. I mean, look at all these people that dude, there's a lot of people. Bran even said he saw you first, man. So there's a lot of people that have been inspired by yourself. So don't give it all to me, because you're very much.
You put me out. You put me.
You were only at 50. You were only you're like day 50. You started streaming or something like that. So you're not too far behind me.
No. We don't stream every day though. That's for damn.
Yeah. Well, I also don't stream for 3 to 4 to 7 hours. So
I wonder how much
I go for 30 to an hour. Then I'm like, all right, this is all for me.
I know, man. Some of these streams we've done 6-8 hour streams. It's like, oh my gosh, what are we thinking? And then the green room afterwards.
Yeah, and then the green room.
Talk for 3-4 hours after. It's like, guys, I got to go to bed, man. You guys, and I've literally gone to bed and gotten up, and those motherfuckers are still in the green room.
Oh my god!
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, you guys? Are you kidding me? Go to sleep. What are you guys doing? Sitting in here sniffing cocaine all night or something? What are you doing? Jeez.
Well, Crypto Vince, he said, look how many hours that if you spent an hour streaming every day, it was it was something crazy of because of all the streams that I did with the 24-hour streams, with the when I used to do Discourse, dude, I've done so many, and same with you. We've got to have so many hours under our belt for just streaming. It's just, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy compared to these other communities. I'm guessing that they don't. You don't really see a whole lot of streamers going for that long, for a year.
No, we've
on the schedule and stuff.
Consistent.
Maybe I don't really watch any crypto streamers anymore. So
I don't get a chance to I like
even if I had a chance to, I would. Oh, well, no, I'm not saying in Hex. I'm saying in other cryptocurrencies. Oh, Peps, yeah. Pep's got a good time because it's right when I wake up and it's like, oh, I can watch some Pep, get a little pep in my step before I get rolling out of bed in the morning.
And now I've been able to catch your stream because I'm coming home from work and I get to get catch. Well, no, I was always doing something else when you were streaming. So now it's I'm on my way home, so I'm prepared to actually sit down and enjoy it. So
yeah,
I've been catching yours lately. But anyway, bro, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for sharing the 100th episode with us.
100, bro. You got 100 more.
100 more. At least 100 more. At least 100 more. At least 100 more.
That's another year. So you got another year.
Well, I guess it depends on where Hex is.
Don't tell people. You don't tell people something that you don't do here, because they'll I got Chip Connect tied to me. I got Chip Connect tied to my name now.
Chip Connect.
Dude, you told me from the beginning you weren't going to do that thing, man. You were like, I ain't doing that shit.
Well, I was going to do it. I was going to do it the day that I got it. And I was like, oh, yeah, it can't be that hot. And then I looked up videos of grown men crying. And I was like, and they were like, and I already got stomach issues. So I was like, nah, bro. Like, sorry, guys. I thought it was going to be like this. You know, ooh, it's a spicy chip. Ooh,
well, I remember you telling me
people
that.
are like crying and like they're like, oh my gosh, this is like demons in my soul.
Why didn't you just like fake it and like get a fake chip, put it in there?
I was planning on it, but I just had to come clean. I had to come clean.
Yeah, had to be little Mr. Honest.
I was like gonna open up the package and just be like, yeah, this one's that's spicy. That's a spicy nacho chip right there.
Ooh,
but then I was like, yeah, I was just like, no, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna be the honest Hexo, you know, the old honest Hexo came, but then I was just like, oh dear, like shouldn't have done that because then
Exit
it was
scam.
Yeah,
Chip Connect.
Yeah, it was there was a forking of the community. Nobody wanted to watch Hexo anymore until he ate the chip. Oh, it was just
oh jeez. That's whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Man, thanks for coming. We'll see all of you guys on the Friday night hangout. We'll have some fun and cause some trouble. Take care. We'll see you guys. Thanks, Hexo.
Later, man.